What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are well. What's good? What's good to everyone? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope everything is good wherever you are. Let's get into this. Let's get straight into this. Talk a bit about Pacquiao and talk a bit about Pacquiao and Ugas. What's going on? Hi, Ahmed. How's it going, brother? How's it going, Ahmed? Where you been, Ahmed, man? You used to be on my lives all the time, man. I hope you're well, man. I'm gonna smash the link in the comment section, so anyone that wants to come on can come on. Pin message. I hope you're well. Jose, how's it going? This will be a stoppage from Pacquiao unless Ugas do running like Rigondeaux. It will be a boring fight. It will be a boring fight. I think Ugas is defensively bad, not bad. Hope you're well. Might come on today. Fair enough. You're more than welcome, Ahmed. More than welcome. Yeah, so Ugas, good fighter. Don't get me wrong. The Cubans generally don't disappoint. They are good fighters. But, the thing is with Ugas is defensively not that sound. If I'm honest with you, good evening to David. I hope you're well. Hope everything's good. Yeah, so Ugas defensively is a little bit... He's not the greatest defensively, and I think Pacquiao could get a stoppage in this fight. Pacquiao hasn't got a stoppage in a while, but for some reason in this fight, I think with Ugas defensively not being that sound, I think Pacquiao could get him out of there. But it's going to be a tough fight. Don't expect this to be easy because, like I said, Ugas is a serious dude. He can really fight, Ugas. So this isn't a guy to be slept on. Cubans aren't guys to be slept on. They're very, very good boxers. They have a very good amateur system where they produce very good boxers. Look how many medals they win in the Olympics. Very, very good fighters, but good boxers. Not necessarily the greatest pros in the world. Cubans never, ever used to turn pro as they are communist country. That's why the Cubans have had amazing amateur. Yeah, they have. But like they've not always had they've not really had the greatest pro careers that are Cubans, although they've been great amateurs. More of them are turning pro now and having better pro careers. Burning Desire said, "You think Khan fights this year?" Doesn't look like he's training based on his stories. I think he will. They're talking about Brook this year, so I think he will fight this year. Personally, I think that fight will happen this year. To be honest with you, there's rumors about Eddie Hearn and Khan doing a 2-fight deal. Maybe that includes a Brook and a Ben fight. Who knows? Let's see. Probably on the basis he beats Brook. I do think that Eddie Hearn's going to want to do a deal with Amir Khan. Around Ben. So I think although he may want to do a Brook fight, but I think that's going to be done on the basis that he fights Ben, I think. But who knows? Look, at Khan, he lost to a Cuban for his silver medal, but as we avenged it in his last ever amateur. Yeah, that Cuban was unbelievable. Mario Kindelan. He was one of the great amateurs. Special amateur, that guy. Kindelan. I remember Frankie Gavin was talking about him, and he said, I don't know how Khan beat him in the rematch because Kindelan was something else. He goes, he boxed Kindelan and he goes, he couldn't get near him. He said something like that. He goes, Kindelan was so good. Yeah, Kindelan was special, man. Kindelan was a great fighter. Great fighter. But again, never turned pro. Should have turned pro. I think Khan said he just wants 40th win and then he's done. 40th win. He's only had 34 wins, so he'd have to win 6 more times for that. He's 40 fights. If he fights again, he's had 39 fights. It'd be 40th fight, but he ain't gonna get 40 wins unless he has another 6 fights. So yeah, he's not. To be honest, he's not had the longest pro career. I know he's fought at a very good level for a lot of his 39 fights, but he's not had a long career. Or did he mean 40 fights then? Yeah, probably 40 fights, I would say, yeah. He ain't going to get 40 wins. He needs another 6 wins to get to that. Yeah, so Pacquiao, Ugas. And what I'm interested to see what Pacquiao does if he beats Ugas. I just Googled Cuban boxers and it said professional boxing is banned in Cuba. Wow. Crazy. Well, Ugas is a Cuban. Rigondeaux is a Cuban. They're really good boxers. Imran looks like Conor Ben v. Khan next. What makes you say that? What makes you say it's Conor Ben v. Khan next? I hope Pac wins against Ugas. Tough against Porter. Ugas beat Porter. Let's be honest, Burning Desire. Ugas beat Porter in that fight. You know, Ugas was jobbed in that fight. I felt Ugas beat him. Said they can be pro by defect. Yeah. Yeah, I think Cubans need to turn over more pros. Because imagine having such great amateur boxers, but not turn them over. Burning Desire said Eddie is pushing for the Ben fight. Yeah, he is. He is. We know that. We can tell from his interviews. But that'd be harsh. Imagine, right, if Khan fights Bren and Brook gets left on the side again. That'd be harsh. Wa salam to you, MMA boxing. I hope you're well. That would be terrible if Khan was to fight Ben and Brook was to get left in the cold again. Imagine that. To be honest, I'd rather see the Brook fight. But that'd be horrible. I think it means they need to leave Cuba to be pro in boxing. Oh, right. Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. So, yeah, because Rigondeaux and Ugas are based in America, aren't they? Yeah, so you're probably right. Yeah, they might not be able to be turned pro in their country. Yeah, crazy. I'll still watch Ben over Brook. Doesn't matter. Ben has more chance winning too. So you don't want to see Amir Khan v. Kell Brook. You've been Burning Desire. You've been pushing for that fight for years, and now you're saying that you would prefer to see Ben because he has more chance of winning. That would be harsh on Brook. Imagine, like, Brook wouldn't be able to get over that if he doesn't get the fight this time. Like, Brook would be heartbroken because he probably thinks the fight's done now. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I personally think he'd be destroyed. How do you not want Brook v. Khan? Yeah. It's a big fight, man. They both want it. Yeah, they both want it. Yeah. But I don't know whether the people want it. You know what I mean? I don't know whether the people that want to promote it want it, you know? So Burning Desire says, I want to see Kell Brook fight, of course. I'm saying Ben has more chance of winning, though. Khan is my favorite over Brook. Khan is my favorite. Oh, so yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You mean Khan would be your favorite to beat Brook, but against Ben, you see Ben has a greater chance of winning. Yeah, I get what you... Daryl Enge says, hey, man, what do you make of Pacquiao's statement on his recent interview with PBC's Kate Abdo? Yeah, I seen that. He said he's still fighting to settle the debate of who's the greatest of all time. Yeah, I seen that. He basically said in his interview that I want to be the greatest fighter. I want to end the debate of who the greatest fighter of all time is. I want to be remembered as the greatest. You know what? That's very difficult because I do think Pacquiao is going to be remembered as one of the greatest. However, it doesn't matter what you do in boxing, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to be the greatest ever. You know, there's always going to be people saying, well, oh, he lost this and he lost that. You know, it's all up if and buts. Manny Pacquiao is a legend regardless. But who's the greatest? I don't know. Would he be greater than Ali? Would he be greater than Sugar Ray Robinson? You know, Sugar Ray Robinson had over 200 fights. You know, so it's different eras. You know, different times. You know, it's hard to compare eras, man, because a lot of things change over time. You know, 3 days ago we were supposed to see AJ v Tyson Fury. 3 days ago. Yeah, that was a big fight. Joshua v Tyson Fury was a huge fight, and it fell through. And It's a bit disappointing that, to be honest with you. I was looking forward to that. I was really looking forward to that. I thought the fight was done. I was getting excited for it, but unfortunately, it just fell through, man. MMA boxing, but it's never going to happen. What's never going to happen? Burning Desire says, what I'm predicting is Brook won't be resistance and get stopped at some point. Ben would take Khan and lane some big shots. Yeah. That's a dangerous fight, man. Ben's hungry as well. You know what I mean? Ben's dangerous right now. If Fury don't fight AJ, then Brook can't be biggest fight in the UK. A lot of people weren't happy when both guys said that. Brook said that, and he got a lot of criticism. Then Khan kind of echoed the same thoughts, and not many British fans like that. I've seen that on Facebook. They were not very happy. To be honest, though, what is bigger than that? Apart from Joshua, Dillian White, or Tyson Fury, apart from the heavyweights fighting each other, what is bigger than that in the lower weight classes? From cruiserweight down, I don't know. So this is David Fulton saying, this is why I don't agree with fantasy matchups. Different times, different fighters. Yeah. It's like you can't really compare. Like, how do we think Sugar Ray Robinson? Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest ever. But again, it's hard to compare eras. How is it? Who would have won, him or Pacquiao? It would have been difficult. It's difficult to say, really, isn't it? I don't think Taylor is a big name, but he's better. Taylor's good, man. Taylor's good. Taylor should be in the mix as well, really, about welterweight, but he might want to fight Crawford right away. Who knows? He may move up to welterweight, and the winner of Brook Khan might get that fight. Who knows? I would rather see that Josh Taylor, because what you got to realize, Josh Taylor's done it the hard way. So if he deserves a big payday and deserves a profile booster against the winner of Khan Brook, you rather see that than see Conor Benn. Even though Taylor would be a massive favorite in the fight, at least a guy would be getting an opportunity that would benefit from that. He'd benefit from the profile and the big fight and the payday. So I think Fury v Wilder and AJ v Usyk winner faces each other. Yeah, hopefully. I'm not sure though. Will we get it? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's hope so. Let's hope we get that. I don't know. Not holding my breath. Do you know what I mean? Not holding my breath. You never know. For the undisputed, let's hope so. I don't know. We couldn't be sure, could we? That if that's going to happen or not. Let's hope so. Let's hope that's true. Let's hope so. Get the questions in, guys. Get the questions in. Well, everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Smash that like button, guys. Everyone in the stream. Okay, fingers crossed it happens and Fury doesn't pull out. Yeah, I'd agree. Fingers crossed it does happen and Fury doesn't pull out. Because Fury, Fury's he's got kind of a stigma over him about him pulling out. But Fury, to be honest, I think he shows up to the big fights because he likes the attention, and Fury wins, man. Fury wins. He's won in all his big fights. So Fury's a favorite for me. If £2 buys you, Brook and Khan, I think it does 1 million pay-per-views. So you're saying if it was £2, Brook and Khan, you think it does millions of views? I don't know. There's a lot of people that are not really on it anymore, to be honest. I'm still going to watch it, but I don't know whether a lot of people are that interested. I don't know whether it's just people upset that it didn't happen when it was supposed to happen, or they're generally not going to watch it and they're generally peed off. I don't know. We just don't know, do we? Whether people are that interested in it. Because Eddie Hearn doesn't seem to think it's anywhere near as big as it was. So what is it? What does he think it's going to do numbers-wise, I don't know. Let's see, man. Let's see how the fight plays out. Let's see how it does. Should PBC be worried about pay-per-view numbers for Pac Ugas? Yeah, I don't think it's going to do that big, especially at $74, $75.99 or $74.99. I I can't see that doing big numbers though. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it does crazy numbers. I don't know. Maybe it does bigger numbers than what I think. I can't see it. Salute to you, Ramiro. I hope you're well. Salute to you, brother. I think people seen Brook do crap, and a lot of guys are pissed with Khan. Carl Froch instilled a lot of hate all over that ducking. Carl Froch. The Cobra. Carl Froch. Cobra. Get your questions in, guys. Get your questions in. Get the questions in, guys. Get the questions in. Okay, well, the Cobra. Call the Cobra Froch. Get the questions in, guys. Get the questions in. Okay, David Fulton says, did you see all that in 1994? Pacquiao couldn't afford a bowl of rice and went days of hunger, and then now he's an 8-division champion, donated over 200 million to charity, built homes for his. Yeah, I seen that. Pacquiao didn't even have water some days. He said he didn't even have water, right? Like he didn't even have food to eat. And now, you know, he's like a multi-millionaire, does a lot of charity work, could be prime minister of the Philippines. You know, Manny Pacquiao could be the prime minister of the Philippines next year. There's elections and he could become the prime minister. You know, it's crazy, right? Imagine that, having the upbringing. And even his boxing career was crazy because, you know what? Manny Pacquiao was a replacement for Ledwaba. And that fight was made for like just Manny Pacquiao was supposed to lose that fight. And Manny Pacquiao ended up beating Ledwaba. And that's where Manny Pacquiao made his name. But Ledwaba was supposed to beat Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao was just a replacement like Andy Ruiz was for Joshua. And then the rest was history. Manny Pacquiao just didn't look back after that, you know. Fair play to Pacquiao. Out of HBO, Showtime, PBC, ESPN, etc., who had the best production? I would say HBO. HBO was really good. I used to like that, you know, with like Larry Merchant, Max Kellerman. You know, I think they were really good. And they had the other guy, that Harold Lederman, you know, one of them, Roy Jones, George Foreman used to be on there. So I used to really like that, to be honest. I thought this was a touching little fact on Pacquiao. That was a touching, yeah, it was. Pacquiao's a legend for all those reasons. He's done a lot for charity, you know, a lot for charity, and he's done a lot. He's an inspiration for his Filipino people. Like, there's very few sports stars where, you know, they have such a strong connection to their community, to their country, that the whole of the country stops when they're fighting or performing, you know. And that I think that says it all. Pacquiao has a great relationship with his fans and people. Will Cobra commentate in DAZN? I thought he'll be first one to get hired by DAZN. Let's see, man. He's quite a good pundit, to be honest, Froch. He's quite interesting. He says it how it is. He can, you know, some people find him irritating. I think he's quite a good pundit, actually. I don't mind him. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, guys, everyone in the stream, smash the like button, guys. I'd appreciate if you all smash the like button. Have you seen the Wilder windmill video? It's very, very funny. Windmill video. I haven't, you know. I haven't seen it. Lion v Tiger. Who you got? Lion. Lion wins that. If Tank doesn't fight any top guys at 135, 140 next, is it safe to say he's avoiding the top guys? Yeah, I would say so. If Tank doesn't fight the top guys, then yeah, it's safe to say he's avoiding the top guys without question. Without question, he's avoiding the top guys. Without question. It's crazy what's happening in Afghan. Are they Afghan boxers? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really follow, you know, Afghanistan boxers, to be honest. Ramiro Flores says, Callum Smith v. Lennon Castillo added to Anthony Joshua v. Alexander Usyk card. Yeah, I seen that. You know, Callum Smith, what's going to happen with Callum Smith? You know, what's going to happen with Callum Smith? Can he be a prominent light heavyweight? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the future holds for Callum Smith. Can he be a top light heavyweight? I don't know. I don't know. I guess time will tell if he can be a top light heavyweight or not. I'm not sure. It's going to be tough for him, though. It's not going to be easy. I miss HBO production so much. Yeah, it was really good. The HBO was really good, and the commentators, etc., they were good. David Fulton, yeah, he witnessed the gorillas murder his neighbors, not the animals. Gorilla Rangers. Okay. Burning Desire says Pac v Mayweather in 2009, 2012 would have been greatness. Yeah, that would have been a great fight. You know, unfortunately, we were robbed of that fight. That should have happened back then. That should have definitely happened back then, you know. Unfortunately, we got robbed of that one. That fight should have happened. Can Joshua get taken into deep waters and struggling stamina-wise and get stopped late? Yeah, he can. Of course he can. But a lot of people seem to think that Usyk's not big enough. I disagree. But again, we'll have to. Time will tell. I think people are overlooking Usyk's boxing skills. They're overlooking the fact that because he hasn't looked that great at heavyweight, they think he's. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I think Usyk's a problem. Type in the YouTube Wilder windmill, and the first thing that comes up, I'm gonna have a look at it after this live. He's even inspired our own people, not just the Phillies. Yeah, he has. To be fair, he's an inspiration to a lot of people here, you know, around the world. I think he's like an icon, Pacquiao, isn't he? He's inspired a lot of people. Yeah, not just Filipinos. You can watch it in your own time. Dondada says Tank's back against the wall now. He's gonna look like he's ducking if he faces someone other than a champion. If he faces someone other than but he needs to fight some of the top guys. He's fighting like guys with regular belts and stuff. Fight the best guys. Even got a skull crusher on file. So Callum can easily be a top light heavy, yeah. But can he go on to become a champion at light heavy? You know, I don't know. Can he go on to become a champion at light heavy? I don't. Let's see. Okay, Fowler is way overmatched v Smith. I'd have to agree. I don't see Fowler winning that fight. But you know, maybe he catches Smith on a bad night. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Smith injures. I don't know, man. Like Smith, is his motivation still the same? I think he's going to be motivated because it's two Liverpool guys from Liverpool fighting each other. So, you know, I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to get beat by somebody from his own city. He didn't even shake his hand. So I think there's a lot of he's trying to, in my opinion, trying to create beef that's not there. He's trying to dislike a guy that he doesn't really dislike. Let's see, man. Let's see. Joshua Buatsi v Yarde. I was favoring Joshua, but he seems to get caught with the right hand more often now. I think he seems to have gone backwards, almost like he is in two minds. Joshua Buatsi, I was favoring Joshua. You know what? I don't know. That I would favor Buatsi in that one. Yarde, I don't know, man. I like Yarde, you know, initially, but then when I seen him against like Lyndon Arthur, Kovalev, like you can control him with a jab, can't you? You can control Yarde with a jab, and yeah, I'm not sure he's gonna cut it, man. At the top. Yeah, I think Buatsi may be a bit too much for him. Usyk looks huge right now. Yeah, he does. He's beefing up. But is that a good thing? So Riney, what's this? Okay. David Fulton said, can you add a screenshot to this stream? I found a little interesting thing on the man's question. On the man's question. What? What are we saying there? Okay. Carl says, I bet all the Khan fans are twitching at the latest post on social media saying he's working towards a big fight at the end of the year. If it is Brook, he will KO Khan. Let's see. It might be Ben. Who knows? It might be Ben. Man's question I meant. Sorry. Whose question? Coffee time. Fowler catches Smith. Come on, get in the kitchen. Lol. Fowler's a big underdog in that fight, but you know, who knows? Let's see. Let's hope. Let's hope it's a good fight. You know, it makes for a good fight. A lot of people seem to think it's one-way traffic, but let's see. Yeah, Yarde, he seems to fall short with the jab and he needs to sort that out. Yeah. Yeah, Yarde, man, I don't know with Yarde. You know what I mean? Where's Yarde gonna Yeah, Yarde's been disappointing, let's be honest, you know. Cruiserweight madman. Yeah, he is a cruiserweight madman. Are you talking about Usyk? Imran, coffee time. Coffee. I don't drink coffee. It's horrible, man. I drink green tea. I don't really drink coffee. It's horrible. No dog area about Khan anymore. He's washed. Who thinks that he still deserves a big fight? Quitter. JD's going in. JD's going in. It was referring to the man's question of any Afghan boxers. Afghan boxers. I don't know. Like Afghan. I can't think of any Afghan boxers, you know. Can anyone think of any like world level Afghan boxers? I don't think there is any. No, I don't think there is any, David. Nobody cares about JD says. Nobody cares about Khan, JD says. Don Dardas 555 says Yarde is thought fight. Yarde is thought. Is it tough fight for Boasi? It's a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I would favor Boasi. We just hope he can afford a new chin. Okay. Usyk bulking up doesn't make sense. The only weapon he had to get in and out of range, he is making it easier for Joshua. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think he needs to use he needs his speed and movement, right? Him bulking up isn't going to help him because he's not going to be able to he's not going to be bigger than Joshua no matter what he does, how much he bulks up. Joshua's the bigger guy, right? Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to be overpowered. I don't know what the plan is, what the game plan is. MMA boxing says tea is better than coffee. Yeah. Coffee's not the best, is it? I don't really like coffee. Is 154-pound division the most overrated division? I won't say that. It's a good division. It's got a lot of fighters there. Stevenson don't get the credit he deserves. I think he was avoided by Ward and Kovalev. The left hand was devastating. He only needed to land it once. You know, Stevenson, I was saying this yesterday. Stevenson had a huge left hand. You know, people didn't want to go near Stevenson, man. Stevenson was an absolute beast of a fighter. You know, and I felt like when he fought Govzik, Stevenson was kind of past his best. Stevenson wasn't the same man. Guys, everyone in the live stream, if you can smash that like button, I'd appreciate it. Hamidi Rahimi, Afghan boxer. Hamid Rahimi. Let me type Hamid Rahimi. Hamid Rahimi. Hamid Rahimi. Yeah, he is a 37-year-old. He is an ethnic who lives in Germany. He won the new World Boxing Union Championship by defeating Belarusian rival in Hamburg. Okay, so he was he only lost one fight, to be honest. He lost to Attila Klessen. Not a bad fighter. You know, vacant World Boxing International Continental. So he was never a world champion, but yeah, good fight. It looks like he's 37 now. He looks like he's into Is he into bodybuilding now? Looks like he might be into bodybuilding. Okay, so that's what the screenshot was, mate. I found a little interesting thing on an Afghan boxer. Okay, I get what you're saying. Iced coffee is fire, though. Iced coffee. What's that? Yarde has heart. At least he does have heart. I give him that. He has a heart. There's no doubt about it. He's tough. He comes to fight. It's just that I think he lacks the skills, man. He lacks the skills. Guys, everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the stream, smash the like button, guys. The more you smash the like button, the better the stream. Showed in Kov fight, yeah. The Kovalev fight was, he hurt Kovalev, and that was his chance in the fight to win that fight when he hurt Kovalev. Unfortunately for him, he didn't take advantage of when he hurt him. He could have really stepped on the gas, but I felt like he tired himself out. He didn't have anything left after that 8th round. He went for it, but Kovalev kind of got on top of him after that, because Yarde was spent after that. He was done. Tunde told him to, go out there and blow his tank and, empty the tank, as he said, and that backfired massively. I never said Yarde was world class, Carl. He's not world class. What has Yarde done to suggest he has heart? Answers on a postcard. Another coffee time comment. Another coffee time comment. To be fair, he showed heart against Kovalev. I'll give him that. He was tired and he kept going. He was getting battered. If you look at that round before he got stopped, he got absolutely battered in that round. He could have quit on his stool, really. And going to Russia as well, up against it, and he almost had Kovalev going in that fight, in that 8th round. But he just, like I said, I don't think Yarde. I think Yarde has technical deficiencies. You can tame him with a jab. Yeah, I'm not sure Yarde is good enough, to be honest. Dondada 555, Shakur Stevenson v Jamel Herring. What's your breakdown? That's a great fight. That's a great fight. Jamel Herring is being overlooked in this fight. I was really impressed by Jamel Herring when he fought Frampton. He really impressed me, And there was people thinking that Frampton could beat him. He totally dominated that fight. I do think Stevenson is the favorite, and I think Stevenson's a great fighter. He's a great boxer. And again, not the most exciting fighter to watch. But nevertheless, I'm interested. Guys, make sure to smash the like button. I'd appreciate if you smash the like button, guys. Everyone in the stream, smash that like button. Yeah, Stevenson was done. Yeah, he was when he fought Govzik. I would favor, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to favor Shakur Stevenson, but by no means is that an easy fight. That's not an easy fight at all. That's a tough fight. Joseph, how are you, Joseph? Joseph says, Pat-Man, don't underestimate your opponents. Yeah, Pat-Man, he doesn't underestimate his opponents. Pat-Man's Ugas needs to make sure that he's defensively on point. Otherwise, Pat-Man could wipe him out. Bernard Hopkins says that Pacquiao will knock Ugas out in 5 rounds. Listen, guys, if Ugas fights as wild as he did against Porter, he's in big trouble. He's in big trouble. He's in big trouble. I've got to be honest with you guys. He's got to be more technically and more defensively sound. He's really respecting Ugas. He's not smiling this time, but he's going to knock him out. Yeah. Pacquiao's coming. Pacquiao's angry. I'll tell you why Pacquiao's angry, guys. Pacquiao got his belt taken off of him. And Pacquiao wants that belt back. He's not happy that he got his belt ripped off of him like that. Pacquiao got done dirty there. Guys, everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. So No KP says, can Ugas land the same counter right hand he landed, Marquez landed, and put Pac to sleep? Possibly, but I don't see it. No. I don't think so. No. I don't think, that was a great punch, a punch that, lands once. It was just perfectly timed. Pacquiao was coming right into it and it landed flush and it hurt him. Fair play. But yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. So Carl says, don't be telling me Yarde is world class, not having it. No, he's not world class. Carl, he's definitely not world class. He can punch, but is a mediocre boxer. Who are we talking about? Is that Yarde? Are we talking about Yarde being the mediocre boxer? Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, I'd have to agree. He's not the greatest boxer. Smash the like button, guys. Everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Manny by early. So Bob's Play says, Manny by early round KO. Ugas will suffer the worst loss of his career. I do. Early KO, I think first 4 or 5. I think he could be out in 6. I think he could be out in 6. I think defensively, Ugas, you see Spence defensively is good. Whereas Ugas defensively, nah. He's not great, is he, Ugas, defensively? Look at the fight against Porter, was getting caught with flush shot. Porter hasn't got punching power like Manny Pacquiao. Porter hasn't got punching power like Manny Pacquiao. You can't be defensively weak against Manny. You're going to get put away. Simple as that. You're going to get put away. So, Hi there says, he could be the welterweight George Foreman, but all of this competition sucks. What do you mean by there? What do you mean by that, Hi there? So David Fulton says the Afghan boxer is Hamed Rahimi. Yeah, he is. He used to fight from Germany, or he lived in Germany and fought in Germany. Herring is huge for 130. I'm smelling an upset. He's massive, man. Huge guy. He's not 130 though. He's in 126. He's fighting at doesn't he fight at 126? Or is it Shakur's fights at 126? Is it 126? I'm pretty sure he fights at 126. That fight's at 126, guys. 24 fights, 23 wins, 11 KOs. Hasn't fought since 2012. Yeah, he's 37 now, so he's not coming back. I was doing a research on the Afghan, and he came back to show of what I learned. To my devastated face, you were explaining what I planned on typing, lol. Okay, so Bob's Play says, Manny by early round KO. Ugas will suffer the worst loss of his career. Ugas, I don't think Ugas has ever been stopped. Let's check this out. Ugas has never been stopped. I don't think Ugas, or has he? Let me just check. Yordenis Ugas. I know he's lost a couple of times, but has he ever been stopped? No, he's never been stopped. He's lost 4 times. He lost to Sean Porter. He lost to Amir Ahmed Imam. He lost to Emmanuel Robles, and he lost to Johnny Garcia. But they were all like split decisions, unanimous decision against, and then split decision against Porter. So he's had 4 losses against certain guys that, that he shouldn't really be losing to. But he can fight. I've seen he can fight, but I do expect Pacquiao. I get a feeling Pacquiao will stop Ugas in this one. But who knows? Guys, everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the stream, if you can smash that like button, let's get those likes above 30 plus. I appreciate it, guys. So Don Dada says, Ugas stands in straight on the line. Manny angles and footwork might be too much for Ugas to keep up. Ugas needs to hurt Manny early and bully Manny. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think he could get hurt himself if he tries to do that. Sean Porter could do that. Sean Porter's got a good chin. But Manny's got too much power to be bullied, to be honest. I think Pac-Man is a pound-for-pound welterweight. Back in the day, for sure. Ugas needs the body shots to win, in my opinion. Yeah, let's see. I think Ugas, I don't think Pacquiao's weak to the body. But he could slow Manny down, put water in that basement, and slow Manny Pacquiao down. But I don't think it's going to be easy. So Carl W says, Carl, I think people are thinking of Manny 10 years ago. There isn't a lot of... I think people that are thinking of Manny 10 years ago, there isn't a lot left in the tank. Still think he will win, but happens if he isn't that impressive but what happens if he isn't that impressive, then I think he may retire. But I don't know. The Spence fight is the fight that he wanted, and that was a fight that he was looking forward to. So that's obviously fallen through, which is very, very disappointing, because I wanted to see that Spence and Pacquiao fight. So will he fight Spence or Pacquiao again? I don't know. To be honest. I don't know. I think that fight will happen, the Spence-Pacquiao fight. It's a big fight. I wouldn't say Ugas would get away in 6, although he did get a decision win over Umar, one of the best wins on his resume. I think Ugas will get a decision loss on a very late stoppage impact. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Gary Antuanne Russell, 140 pound, 147. Watch this space. Everyone keeps talking about Gary Antuanne Russell. The guy needs to get a move on and start fighting the top guys. Everyone's talking about him being a monster at those weight classes. There's a lot of people that think he beats Josh Taylor, Gary Antuanne Russell. No KP, do you think he beats Josh Taylor, Gary Antuanne Russell? If they were to fight in 4 months' time, would you see Gary Antuanne Russell relieving Josh Taylor of those belts? Because a lot of people everyone that I'm speaking to in the chat seem to think Gary Antuanne Russell's the best at 140, and he could beat all of the 147s as well. I'm not sure, man. You know, Josh Taylor's a formidable fighter right now, so that would be a good fight, you know. But again, who's he really fought? Gary Antuanne Russell. He's not really fought anybody. Every time you say smash the like button, you need to let everyone know that unless they haven't already liked it, then don't smash it, lol. Because you have it liked and then smash it again. It takes a like off. Yeah, true. Guys, if you smash the like button, then you don't press the like button. But if you haven't smashed the like button, then smash the like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. David hit the nail on the head there. David's hit the nail on the head. Ugas has never been stopped, but he's never seen any fighter like Manny. Manny's on a mission, and Ugas will never hurt Manny. Manny will knock Ugas out in 6 rounds or less. Bob's put it straight. He says Manny's on a mission. You know what? Manny's angry. I'll tell you why. Manny's angry, right? Because Manny got his belt taken off of him. He got his belt taken off of him, so he's motivated to get that belt back because he's thinking that belt never got taken off me justly. That belt got taken off me without me being in the ring. So Manny wants to get his belt back. Ugas body shots are most important. Not that Pac is weak to the body. Yeah, to slow Pacquiao down. Let's see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how Pacquiao looks after 2 years. Agreed. Seriously, Manny looked old against Thurman, and that was 2 years ago. But Thurman's a killer. Thurman's a great fighter. So I don't know. Thurman's a great fighter. Manny also uses the high guard often. Yeah, he does. Let's see if Ugas can land those body shots, or maybe Manny Pacquiao will hurt Ugas. Who knows? Let's see, man. There's a lot of outcome. There's a lot of things that can happen. Manny fought about 20 Ugas in his career. Ugas never fought anywhere near Pac caliber. I'd have to agree with that. Gary can't beat Taylor right now. Yes, there was people yesterday that were saying Gary beats Taylor yesterday. I don't know who they were. Don Dada, in my opinion, he needs to fight Taylor or go after Devin Haney. Who? Gary Antuanne Russell. Like Don said, if he's bullying Ugas, then it's over. Gonna need that conditioning from Porter. I still think Pac-Man will get around him, yeah. Carl says, I don't think Taylor gets the credit he deserves. People need to put some respect on his name. I think he will fight Crawford at some point unless Ortiz gets to him first. Do you think he beats Crawford, Carl? Do you think Taylor would beat Crawford? Ugas in just a bump in the road. Spence is the real competition. Yeah, Spence is the fight that everybody seems to want. But unfortunately, Spence, you know what? Imagine if this was Spence this week. Imagine how much more bigger it would have been. Imagine how much more bigger it would have been if it was. Guys, everyone that smashed the like button, don't smash the like button. Everybody that hasn't smashed the like button, go and like the stream. Smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button. So Don Dada says, you guys forgetting Ugas. He's a big welterweight. He's a massive welterweight. You know, he's huge. Ugas is a big guy. Big guy. You know, we're talking about a guy that's massive. Ugas a trickier fight than Spence. Do you reckon, Jet? You think so? What do you guys make of Jet's comment? Jet saying Ugas is a trickier fight than Spence. Is he? What do you guys think? Is Ugas a trickier fight? In what sense, Jet? Why do you think it's a trickier fight? Yes, Gary Russell beats Taylor, even in a phone booth. Special. See, I told you it was no KP that said that. Yes, Gary Russell beats Taylor, even in a phone booth. No KP saying Antuanne Russell beats Josh Taylor. Okay, David Fulton said this would be a great time to start discussing Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor, bro. So Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor. So my friend Davey said he wants to see Josh Taylor move up and fight Virgil Ortiz. Is that a good fight for Josh Taylor? Who would you guys pick? Josh Taylor or Virgil Ortiz? Who wins that fight, guys? Who wins that fight? So Jose Menza says, only because of the time Manny has to prepare for a different style. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I still think Spence would have been a tougher fight, even though he, I still think Spence is a tougher fight. Who's capping, JD? Who's capping? Virgil Ortiz, MMA Boxing says Virgil Ortiz would beat Josh Taylor. Guys, leave your predictions below. Who wins? Virgil is better than Ramirez. So I got Virgil. Davey, I told you, everybody thinks Virgil is a monster right now. Virgil is, beats Taylor or potentially stops him. MMA Boxing says he beats Taylor or potentially stops him. Virgil Ortiz is on everybody. I got to give it. Virgil is a monster right now. Drew Titan, I hope you're well, buddy. I hope you're good. Salute to all the real ones. Salute to you as well, Drew. Guys, anyone that wants to come on, I'm going to drop the link. Let's have a debate about Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor. Who wins that fight? Anyone that wants to come on, let's come on. Let's talk this. Let's have a debate about this. Who wins? And then we can talk about Ugas thing. Let's come on and let's talk about Josh Taylor and Virgil Ortiz. Let's get it on. Let's get talking about Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor. This is a good debate. I think Davey's right. We need to get serious about this debate. Virgil Ortiz is not even the best at 147, and that guy lost to Gary Russell in the amateurs. Wow. Yeah, he's not the best at 147, but Virgil Ortiz is still a great fighter. And amateurs and pro, different game as well. Where's Steven? You're right. Where is Steven? Steven, my man, where are you? Surely you're in the chat somewhere. Guys, everybody in the live stream, smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button. Everybody in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everybody in the stream, if you can smash that like button. If you haven't already smashed that like button, otherwise it's going to unlike it. If you smashed it, fair enough. But if you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button, guys. Let's get those likes up. Okay, Don Dada. Why did Ortiz call out Crawford and not Spence? Frankly, I think Ortiz has a better chance against Spence. Yeah. I personally think he's a tough fight for any of those guys. You know what I like about Ortiz? Ortiz is like the pressure, the size, the strength, the power. Virgil Ortiz has got it all. Davey, if you want to come on and talk about Virgil Ortiz, Josh Taylor, let's go. So Manny Pacquiao will win by decision. Manny will win round 8 or 9 if it's a knockout or TKO. Crawford is next for the Pac-Man. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I'd hope so, friends. Where's Steven? Steven, where are you? People are calling you out. Where are you, Steven? Don Dada's calling you. So Ferdy Adil says, Virgil KO Taylor in late rounds. Virgil would KO Taylor. There's no love for Josh Taylor here. Everybody's going Virgil Ortiz by KO. Virgil Ortiz is a monster right now, I have to say. He's the talk of the town. YouTube must be glitching your lights and notifying you about your live. What do you mean by that, Don Dada? Jaron Ennis v. Gary Russell at 147 is the future fight people will be calling out. Yeah, let's hope so. But Gary Russell needs to get a move on. Like, he's not known. I think if Virgil Ortiz doesn't get the Terence Crawford fight, he could either fight Taylor or Porter. How do you see him getting on with Taylor and Porter? I know you said he beats Taylor. How does he get on with Porter? I got the leaf blower right now, bro. Too loud, but I'll be on it in a little hit later. Cool. No worries, JD. I think Taylor's resume speaks for itself, but he had a bit of trouble with Ramirez before the knockdowns. Yeah. Ortiz is a beast. Ortiz would be a tough fight. Ortiz would be his hardest fight. Ortiz would knock out Ramirez, in my opinion, if I'm honest. So Josh Taylor split decision. Ortiz not enough experience, and Taylor coming off the biggest win of his career. Good fight. It's a good fight. I think Don Dada's the only one that's gone for Taylor so far. Bad Tito says, I like Pac Taylor after Ugas for undisputed. Pacquiao would have to move down to 140. I'm not sure. I reckon he'd prefer to fight Spence, to be honest, or Crawford. I think they do more for his legacy. Imran, do you think Ortiz and Ramirez are similar? Nah, Ortiz is far better than Ramirez. Far better. I think he's a better boxer. I think he punches harder. I think he's faster. I think he's got better boxing IQ than Ramirez. So no, I think he's even a better pressure fighter, and he punches harder. You know, so that's a tougher fight. And remember, Taylor's not a natural 147. Ortiz is. So it's a different fight. Do you see what I mean? No KP says Virgil looked really off balance. I think Taylor could get the win, but Taylor would have to be very careful. Taylor looked in trouble against Ramirez. That's the thing. It's the size and strength and power of Ortiz is very difficult. Very difficult. You know, even Ray, who's a big Taylor fan, said he feels Ortiz would beat Taylor. You know? Imran, who do you think, Tank or Taylor? I got Taylor because of his resume and experience. I think Taylor on that one. I think Taylor would be too big for Tank. Tank's a small guy, man. He's not a very big guy, you know, and Taylor's quite big. David Fulton said, if you can give me 15 minutes, bro, I'll try jump on for a Virgil discussions. I need to take my dog Tyson, so if you can take him now, I can relax when I get home. No worries, bro. No worries. Take your time. Don Dada, Ramirez stopped Hooker quicker than Ortiz did, yeah? Yeah, he did. Ramirez. Guys, everyone in the stream, smash the like button if you haven't. Get those likes up, guys. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get those likes up to 40. They're up to 33. Let's get them up to 40, guys. Okay, so MMA Boxing says he beats Taylor or potentially stops him, and also beats Porter by decision, or 10% Virgil knocks him out. I think Porter's very strong and got a granite chin. But again, Virgil Ortiz just seems like a monster. You know, he is a mean machine. You know, so I like to see that fight, guys. That's a good fight. That is definitely a very, very good fight. I'd like to see how he gets on with someone like Porter. And that's a very good matchup. Very good matchup. Very, very good matchup. I'd like to see it. I would definitely like to see it. What about Pacquiao and Ortiz? How would you see that one going? Pacquiao and Ortiz. That's a good fight. If Manny Pacquiao beats Ugas. I know Ortiz doesn't really do anything for Manny Pacquiao. Who do you want to see next? Tank v. Haney. Tank v. Haney or Tank v. Taylor? Tank v. Haney. I'd rather see Tank v. Taylor. It'd be for all the belts as well, right? I don't know why Floyd Mayweather and his camp wouldn't want to make the Taylor fight, because it gives Tank an opportunity to become an undisputed champion. If they believe, right, they can beat Josh Taylor, then surely you have to take that fight. Surely you have to take that fight. The rematch, Taylor v. Regis, I got registered. I think he will be outbox Taylor this time. You think Regis will outbox Taylor this time? How did you see that first fight? Who do you think won? No KP. Who won that first fight? Did you have Taylor winning, or did you have Regis winning? Very even fight in my opinion. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, MMA. Jose Menza says, in my opinion, only a healthy Spence can beat Virgil. Him and Crawford are a 50-50. He also beats Thurman, Garcia, and Jarren. Ooh, only Spence can beat Virgil. There you have it. Virgil's very highly rated. He's a beast. I don't know who is winning that fight, Manny or Ortiz. Yeah, see that? Ortiz, everyone's behind Ortiz now. They think Ortiz is an absolute beast. Guys, everyone, smash the like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. JD, my friend, is on. What's going on, JD? You good?
What up?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Chilling. Just working.
You all good?
Yes, sir. All right,
Yeah,
you want to talk about Virgil Ortiz?
I want to talk about Virgil Ortiz. I want to talk about Manny Pacquiao, Ugas. So let's go. Let's talk about it. Virgil Ortiz against Josh Taylor. Virgil Ortiz against Sean Porter. Virgil Ortiz against Manny Pacquiao. Virgil Ortiz against Ugas. Virgil Ortiz against Spence, Crawford. Let's go.
I think he beats Porter.
You think he beats Porter?
Yeah. He's just sharp with his punches, man. That
Dangerous.
guy is so powerful.
Mm.
He's sharp.
Yeah.
And he's got and I think he beats Porter. Porter is there, play rugged. He boxes rugged, and I think that's his downfall, where he's like so close, and then Virgil would like catch him with those clean punches.
Does he beat Thurman?
I think that's a good fight.
Good
I think
fight.
that's a great fight.
Thurman's too inactive, though. He's too inactive.
Yeah, but I think he needs to get a tune-up fight, and then
Who would you favor in that
Virgil,
fight?
Because
You'd pick.
move. Huh?
Yeah, he can. He can. You're having technical difficulties. You're having technical difficulties. I think JD's having technical difficulties. He's gone off. He's ended up going off. But yeah, let me read some of your comments. Okay, Don Dada says, who does PBC have on their roster at 130 and 140 pound? Nobody, really. They have nobody. Bud v EJ, winner gets Pac v Ugas, all belts. Yeah, Bud v EJ, winner gets Pac v Ugas for all of the belts. Yeah, that would be great. I would love that. But we all know that's not realistic, guys. We all know that's not realistic. Bad Tito, I know. I want to see that. I want to see an undisputed champ, but it's not realistic, unfortunately. Crawford and Spence aren't going to fight anytime soon. So we're probably going to have Pac fight one of them. The old man's going to have to do the legwork. These guys, they're not fighting one another, man. It's annoying. It's frustrating. Khan's met Sky Sports today. Let's go. What do you mean he's met Sky Sports? He met Eddie Hearn. Sky Sports. Oh, you mean he went? Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, he might have met Sky Sports. Guys, everyone in the stream, if you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. Let's get those likes 40 plus. Let's get those likes to 40 plus, guys. Let's get over 40 likes. Let's go. Okay, so No KP says, yes, I thought Regis won by 2 rounds, but I think Regis played into Taylor's fight. When he decided to box, he was winning the rounds comfortably. I think the rematch, he boxes his way and makes Taylor struggle. It's hard, though, because Taylor's taller and he's got the reach on Regis. So I think Regis needs to have that kind of fight. He needs to have a brawl with Taylor because Taylor's the large. I think at distance, Taylor might outbox him. Virgil Ortiz is the talk of the town. Dundada, you're right. He is the talk of the town, and rightfully so. It was a great performance against Kavaliauskas. But you know what the crazy thing is? Crawford beat Kavaliauskas, and everybody gave Crawford stick and said, "Oh well, Crawford. Well, he beat a nobody, right?" But then when Ortiz beat him, and Ortiz was wobbled against Kavaliauskas, everyone's bigging up Virgil Ortiz and saying he's a monster. It's funny, right? Crawford gets no love. Bob's Play says, in my opinion, no one at 147 beats Manny, but Father Time. Yeah, I think Father Time at 42 years of age is knocking on the doorstep. To be honest, Ortiz needs 1 or 2 fights before he starts going after the top 5. Yeah, he does need. I don't know. He's ready. He's hungry. He wants to fight the best. He wants to fight all of those guys. So I don't know. There. To be honest with you, I'd like to see him fight everybody. Guys, smash everyone in the live stream. If you can smash the like button, if you haven't already smashed it, smash the like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so Real Free Field Talk TV said, would like to see more of Ortiz. I would like to see more of Ortiz. Ortiz he's a monster. Let's be honest. Ortiz is an absolute monster. Will Crawford resign with Top Rank? I think he's got the last couple of fights with Top Rank, if I'm honest with you. And then I think we might see Crawford out of there, to be honest. I think Crawford might become a free agent. There was rumors that Crawford sparred with Errol and Errol washed him. Yeah, there's always rumors, right? There's always rumors, but I don't know how much can we take those rumors seriously. Many times Senator Pacquiao sabotage set up the American boxing and his promoter. What do you mean by that, Jamie? What do you mean by that? So Jose says, I don't know about you all, but a low-key good fight is Mikey Garcia v Tank or Regis. Yeah, it is. That would be a great fight. I would like to see that fight. Great fight. Great fight. I'll be back, brother. Yeah, no worries, JD. No worries, brother. Crawford is in Canelo's lane. He gets nothing but hate. Yeah, he does. He gets nothing but hate. Like Crawford could win, right? And Kavalauskas, and he gets wobbled, and everyone criticizes him. Ortiz gets wobbled, and everybody's like saying Ortiz is the next big thing. You know, Crawford gets so much criticism. It's unfair. You know, guys, smash the like button. Everyone in the live stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. All of you hit the likes, smash the likes, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you've hit the like button, don't hit the like button again. If you haven't hit the like button, then smash the like button. Let's go. Let's get this stream going. So Ramiro Flores says Ortiz v Danny Garcia before he moves to 154. That's a great fight. That's a great fight. I would favor Ortiz in that fight, to be honest with you. Ortiz is but then having said that, Kavalauskas hurt. Kavalauskas hurt Ortiz. Can Danny Garcia go one step further and not Ortiz out? Because we know Garcia can punch. He's got a great left hook, great right hand. He's got power. You don't want to be getting hit flush by Danny. He's dangerous. So Last Bell Boxing says, I have had a conversation with Roberto Diaz about who Ortiz fights next. Lol. Crawford. I know Oscar De La Hoya wants a Crawford fight. It could, listen, there's a lot of options out there for Ortiz right now. Last Bell Boxing, come on, break the news. Break the news. Dundada says, break the news. Mario Garcia, I would like to see Amir Khan v Virgil. Stop it. Stop it. You want to see Amir Khan get knocked out, man. Don't do that. Don't do that to Amir Khan. You know, he's old. He's old now. Remember before Mikey fought Spence, he was on the pound for pound list. Yeah, he was on the pound for pound list. He sure was. He was a top guy. Some people even had Mikey in the top 5, top 6. You know, Mikey was seen as a top guy. Now he's nowhere, not even in the top 10. He's not even in the top 15. That's what I like. Dundada saying smash the like button. That's what he's saying. He's letting everyone know to smash that like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button. Let's get those likes smashed. Okay, so Ray's in the house. Crawford and Spence are different. They'll wash Ortiz. Ooh, I don't know. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it, Ray. If that's true, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Crawford and Spence wash him because I don't think it's as easy as what you think there. I think it'll be tough. Ortiz has got pressure, size, strength, power. He's got everything. That's not an easy fight for anybody, you know. Ortiz can fight. Ortiz can really, really fight. Ortiz isn't an easy fight for anybody, honestly. Real Field Talk TV. Mean Machine was measuring the stick because he did well against Crawford. He was a measuring stick. You're indeed right. He was. And Ortiz came through in fight with flying colors. Absolute beast, Ortiz. Manny Pacquiao won't beat the Cuban in 5 rounds. It'll go the distance. Will it? I don't know. I think he has defensively not that sound, Ugas. So I think Pacquiao could stop him. Man, Danny Garcia disappointed me in the Spence fight. He just didn't let his hands go no more. He didn't. I have to agree. He didn't let his hands go. He needed to let his hands go more. Guys, everyone in the stream, if you haven't smashed the like button, smash that like button, guys. I'd appreciate if you will smash that like button. Let's get this live stream popping. Okay, Garcia beats Ortiz. Says Ruben Gutierrez. Garcia, what do you guys think? Does Garcia beat Ortiz? Does Garcia beat Virgil Ortiz? I'm not sure. There, you know. I think it's a great fight. I'm not sure if he beats Ortiz. Ortiz is an absolute monster. He's an absolute monster. Guys, smash the like button, guys. I'd appreciate if you all smash the like button. Let's get this live stream kicking. Burning Desire says he met Sky Sports Studio and Hearn today. Yeah, he's trying to get that Brook fight over the line, Burning Desire. That Brook fight. Philly will KO Ortiz. Ruben Gutierrez says Philly will KO Ortiz. So, you know, obviously Danny Garcia is from Philly, and Ruben is saying that he will KO Virgil Ortiz. I'd like to see it. I don't think so. I'm a big fan of Virgil Ortiz now. He's won me over. After the Maurice Hooker fight, I wasn't that impressed, but now I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with Virgil Ortiz. I think Virgil Ortiz is the real deal, guys. He's a real deal. He's a top guy, top fighter. Pigeon Plop says, I was impressed with Victor. I always knew he was good anyway. What, you mean Virgil or Victor? Victor Ortiz or Virgil Ortiz? But yeah, it's a good fight, man. It's a good fight. There's some good fights. The welterweight division is a great, Burning Desire says, Ortiz destroys Khan Long. Wouldn't benefit Khan either unless he gets 5 mil. Yeah. That's not a fight, man. That's a fight where Amir would get hurt in. You know what I mean? Ortiz is a monster. Ortiz could beat, like I just said to you, Ortiz could beat the top welterweights right now. That's how good I think he is. So you can imagine Ortiz is he's a top fighter, so forget Amir Khan's on the way out, so that's not a fight at all I would like to see. But he would get outboxed easily by Spence or Crawford. They just have to be wary of his power. You know what? That's the thing though, Ray. That's the thing. His power is dangerous. His power is dangerous. That relentless pressure, that strength, him coming forward, letting those hands go. He's got serious power. Kavaliauskas has got power, and he absolutely destroyed Kavaliauskas. And you know what the worst thing is with Ortiz? He's more dangerous when he's hurt. He's even more dangerous when he's hurt. Guys, everyone in the live stream, smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. If you already smashed the like button, don't worry. You've hit the like button. If you haven't smashed the like button, guys, what are you waiting for? Smash that like button. But yeah, he has to be wary. They have to be wary of his power. I think Spence and Crawford are better boxers than Ortiz got better boxing IQ? Yes, they do. But the problem is the power of Ortiz is dangerous. The power of Ortiz. I wouldn't like to see Manny fight Ortiz. I think that's a difficult fight for Manny right now at this stage. Pac-Man will be last fight and Ugas will be a majority decision. Wow, Pigeon Plop says that Manny Pacquiao Ugas will be a majority decision. A lot of people do seem to think that it will go the distance. I don't. I personally think that Manny could stop him. But again, Ugas is one-dimensional, says Ryan Lamb. Ryan Lamb, how are you? He goes that Ugas is one-dimensional. I think Ugas defensively is not good enough. From what I've seen so far, I think defensively gets hit too much. I think Pacquiao will knock him out. Ugas needs to make sure that he's defensively sound for this fight. And the crazy thing is, Cubans are defensively sound. Ugas needs to be like Guillermo Rigondeaux in this fight to win. Burning Desire, Spence would have beaten Ortiz and Crawford would too. Burning Desire, yeah, you know what? They're better boxers, but I do think the size, the pressure, the strength, the power, can Ortiz get to those guys? Possibly. Who knows? I'd like to see it. I'd like to see those fights. Legal Tender says 2021 taught us to stop the over-marination of fights. Yeah, we need to stop the over-marination. I'd agree. 2021 taught us to stop the over-marination of fights. Throw the young prospect to the wolves. Only the strong survive. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. We need to see these big fights, man. Don Dada says Ortiz beats Danny Garcia. Yeah, Danny's at the end of his career now. Danny's not in his prime anymore. He's at the end, So yeah, I'd have to agree. Mercury Pluto says if Ugas somehow survived and not been knocked down, he might win by decision over Pacquiao. Difficult. If I'm honest with you, very difficult. Don Dada 555. Ortiz can beat top guys at welter, but he wants to win against Spence or Crawford. He needs a Porter or Danny Garcia fight before. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I would like to see a Porter or Danny Garcia fight before he fights a Pacquiao, a Spence or Crawford. Yeah, he needs one of those big names or a Thurman even. Thurman's a good fight. Pigeon Plot, Manny only beat Thurman, who coming off bad injury and operations. Ugas is solid, not like Thurman. Manny beat a past his best Thurman. Wow. Pigeon Plot saying that Manny beat a past his best Thurman. What do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Leave your thoughts. Ortiz loses to Pac, Bud and Errol. Yeah. Would Manny Pacquiao fight Ortiz right now? No, I think Manny Pacquiao wants the top guys, Crawford, Spence. I support Manny and want him to win, but he won't Ugas by majority decision. Wow. I don't see Ugas winning this fight, but who knows? Maybe Father Time's caught up with Manny. I don't see Ugas beating Manny Pacquiao. Pigeon Plop. I don't see it. Box Pills says Manny Pacquiao will stop Ugas. Yep. I've got the same prediction as you. Burning Desire says, I like Pacquiao. I wouldn't want him to fight Ortiz. He should fight guys like 33, 36, like Victor Ortiz or Guerrero winner or Khan Brook winner. Crawford, Spence, and Porter, one of them. I think Pacquiao wants to fight the best, though. That's the thing. Didn't you hear what he said? He said he wants to be the greatest fighter, remembered as the greatest fighter ever. And he probably wants to fight the top guy to be, you know, in order for him to be remembered as that, he wants to fight the top guy. He wants to do something great. I don't think Spence or Crawford can box Ortiz. Ortiz can box. He hasn't showed it much as he can, but he can box. So you don't think Spence and Crawford can outbox Ortiz? I don't know. Like I said, those are very good fights. I think Ortiz has proven that Ortiz is a top welterweight. So, yeah, I want to see those fights, man. I want to see those fights. Ash89 says 50-50 fight Taylor Ortiz. Who have you got, Ash? If you had to put your money on, who would you put your money on? A lot of people seem to think Ortiz beats Taylor. What do you guys think? I think Dundada was the only one that picked Taylor to win. So Pigeon Plop says Manny has only one KO'd one person in the last 10 years, and people are saying he KOs Ugas. Yeah, right. But that doesn't mean stylistically a fighter can play into your fight. So Ugas stylistically for me is not defensively that great. You know, Bernard Hopkins, a lot of people seem to think that he knocks out Ugas. But let's see. You might be right. Burning Desire. And let's not forget that Ugas is a big welterweight. So we shouldn't forget that. Pac-Man needs credit if he beats Ugas, which I think he will win. But many people may not even seen Ugas fight. Yeah, Ugas is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I think the 4 losses on his record don't really show how... His record is not as good as actually how good he is as a fighter, to be honest with you. I actually like Pac v Ortiz. Firefight. Right there. Yeah, it's a great fight. Anyone, Ortiz against any of the top guys is a great fight. Pac stops Ortiz, says JD. Pac stops Ortiz. What do you guys think? Do you think Pacquiao would stop Ortiz? Bob's Place says Manny is old school. He fights nothing but the best. I want to see one of the young guys have Manny's mentality and fight in them. Yeah, I would like to see people have Manny's mentality. All the young generation fighters fighting the way Manny does. Fight all of the best, you know. So that way boxing can be great again, you know. I want to see boxing be great, you know. I want to see boxing be back to the top. Guys, everyone in the live stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's get those likes above 50. Let's get those likes above 50, guys. Let's get those likes above 50. Okay, so Jose Fath says, Rolly quitting boxing only for fans. Lol. Rolly, man. Rolly's Rolly, mate. Jose Menses says they might rob Pac to set up a Jeff Horn situation with Spence instead of Crawford. Nah, I don't think don't say that. I don't think they'll rob Pac. I hope Pacquiao gets the win and then we get to see a Spence fight or Crawford. Thurman was a young guy who was inactive with no mileage on the clock against Manny. Yeah, he was a young guy, to be honest. But he was inactive, I think. I think that's what they were trying to point out. He was inactive and he was coming off an injury, and then he didn't look great in the fight before against Lopez. Spence is done and ducking. Spence is done. Wow. What do you guys think? Do you think Errol Spence can come back, or is he done, guys? What do you guys think? Dundada, 555. Thurman still has the goods, but injuries and activity are his faults. Yeah. Legal Tender says, Plop, didn't you lose your rent money betting Billy Joe to knock out Canelo? What the hell do you know about boxing? Pigeon Plop, did you say Billy Joe was going to knock out Canelo? Come on, you didn't say that. Surely you didn't say that. I will never, ever watch a Spence fight ever again after he blatant ducking of Manny Pacquiao. Wow. Pigeon Plop is going in. I wanted Billy to win. I didn't say he would. Clown. Whoa. There's shots being fired in the comments here. People going back and forth. Pacquiao's speed and power and angles will make up Ugas shell up like the Clotty fight. Yeah. Pacquiao, but again, this isn't prime Pac. It's an older Pac. Legal. I bet £100 on Canelo knocking Billy out. Joker. So he actually went the other way. He actually bet on Canelo. I feel as though Crawford has a suspect chin. I'm not sure about that, to be honest, Ray. What are your thoughts on the guys he becomes champion of the whole world and not part of the world? Do you know who I'm referring to from a recent? What are the thoughts of the guys he's become champion of the whole world? And no, I don't know who you're referring to. Who are you referring to? Who are you referring to? Spence is damaged goods now. Crawford v Ortiz is way more better now than Spence v Crawford. Wow. How do we know that though? Because Spence came back and he beat Danny Garcia. So how do we know that? So Ash says, tough one to call. Might just give the Taylor the edge. Ash says he gives Taylor the edge in the fight against Ortiz. Burning Desire. I hope Billy Joe doesn't come back. He would probably lose to Eubank now. I don't know. I don't know about that. You know, I'd like to see that fight. You know, I think that's a good fight. Stop saying Ortiz fight Garcia. Garcia already moved to 154. Has he? Has he officially said he's moving to 154? Sugar Ray Robinson can't be greater than Pacquiao because he fought mostly bums. And you can be a GOAT with 19. Wow, come on, bro. That's harsh. Come on, bro. You know better than that. Come on, bro. You know better than that. Guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's get those likes up. Let's smash the like button, guys. Let's smash the like button. Let's get those likes up. Smash the like button, guys. So Pigeon Plop says, nah, I never said that. I wanted Billy Joe to win. I said Canelo KOs him and I bet £100 on it. Well, you got it right then, didn't you? Bud will beat Spence. Bud will beat Spence and Pac. Wow, Ikram says Bud will beat Spence. Who knows? We need to see Terence Crawford step up against those guys. JD, this Pac v Ugas will show everybody that Pacquiao is still the king of the king in boxing world. Let's see. Let's see. Ortiz v Boots, who you got? I'd have to say Boots. I think Boots is more correct. I think Boots is better, to be honest. But let's see. A lot of people seem to think Ortiz. I'd go Eubank beats Billy Joe now. Billy Joe Saunders now, 2. Yeah, I do think the first fight was close, wasn't it? It was a split decision, very close fight. People tried to make out like Eubank got schooled in that fight. How did he get schooled? You know, it was a close fight. I'm a diehard Manny fan, but I'd never put on a boxing match. Boxing is very corrupt. B-Hop is 100% correct about that. Yeah, you're right there. I was referring to Kid Galahad. He was saying he's the champ of the whole world and his belt doesn't say regular title anywhere. Does he unify and take over? What do you think, Burning Desire? Do you think Kid Galahad unifies and takes over? You think he beats Navrate? You think he beats Santa Cruz? Do you think he beats even Lee Wood? Carl, my friend Carl seems to think that Lee Wood will school and beat Kid Galahad because Carl is from Sheffield. Carl is from Nottingham. Lee Wood is from Nottingham. So Burning Desire, you and Carl can have it off in the comment section. I'm not getting involved in that. Carl, what happens? Lee Wood and Kid Galahad. Crypto Knight says, if that injured eye is legit, as they say, it's now a prime target for any future opponent. Spence time as the champ is limited. But we don't know that. I don't want to speculate about someone's injured eye. I don't know. Like, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Then usually when you detach your retina, your eye does get weaker. But we don't know. Maybe Spence has come back from worse before. So can he come back? Let's see. Carl says, Lee will beat Galahad, not school, but beat him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don Dada says, Imran, to be fair, in Sugar Ray Robinson days, there were a lot of more great boxers, but a lot more bums as well. Yeah, there were great boxers, man. Yo, Sugar Ray Robinson fought Jake LaMotta, who was an absolute animal. Jake LaMotta was a great fighter at middleweight. Sugar Ray Robinson was a welterweight. He went up to middleweight and fought Jake LaMotta. What a great fighter Jake LaMotta was. Well, he's an all-time great, you know, Jake LaMotta. Pigeon Plop. No, Billy Joe Saunders on any media for 17 weeks now. He has treated any fans he had left very bad. Billy Joe was on media. He was on TalkSport in the UK. He did come on media, but yeah, you're right. He has disappeared. He's not done a lot of media. But when you lose a big fight and you have the persona of Billy Joe, it's difficult. You know what I mean? It's difficult because he was doing a lot of talking prior. And then, you know, Canelo did that to him and he got a lot of criticism, man. A lot of criticism. And he broke his eye socket as well. You know, he needs to heal up. He needs to get better. You know, that's a serious injury right there. Imran, I know who Golden Boy are wanting to line up next. Gonna give us a hint, Carl? Pigeon Plop. I had a Eubank v BJS a draw. Yeah, you know that it was a close fight. I wouldn't say it was a draw. I think Billy Joe probably nicked it, but it was a close fight. It was a good fight. You know, I definitely thought it was a good fight. Alejandro says, for all those stating Spence ducked Pacquiao, WBC President Suleiman confirmed his injury and subsequent surgery today. Yes, he did. That was released. That Errol Spence, produced, and they were happy with the medical reports that they received. So yeah, I think the criticism of Errol Spence now needs to probably stop. Guys, smash the like button. Everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the live, guys, if you can hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Hit those likes. Hit that like button, guys. Or smash the like button if you haven't already done so. I hate to be bearer of bad news to your chat, Imran, but Ugas should be able to get a decision win. What do you mean? What do you mean Ugas should be able to get a decision win? You think he's going to beat Pacquiao on points? Lee Wood will beat Galahad, not School, but beat him. Yeah, I'd have to. He could do, for sure. I think he beats Lee Wood. Lee hits harder, though. Dom will make sure he gets the game plan on point. I personally think Lee Wood, he does hit harder, but Galahad's a tricky guy. You know, he's a very tricky fighter, you know. Legal Tender says Manny is going to parlay this win over Ugas to a successful president campaign. Let's appreciate him now because his boxing days are done forever. After this fight, you think he won't fight again? You don't think you think Pigeon Plop says Galahad round 9 stoppage v Lee Wood. Carl, you hearing this? Pigeon Plop's going in. He's saying that Lee Wood will get stopped in 9 rounds. Galahad v Lee Wood. I'd go Galahad as he the IBF and Lee is the WBA regular, and WBA give belts out for free these days. I don't even regard it as a legit belt, and most don't anymore. I like Lee Wood though. Billy Joe, Carl says Billy Joe is rebuilding. He certainly is. Pigeon Plot. WBA have about 1,000 belts. They do have a lot of belts. They do have a lot of belts. Burning Desire. Kid Galahad said if Lee vacates, then he will fight him because he doesn't want the reg belt on the line. Kid Galahad said Lee vacates, then he will fight him. Why? Why doesn't he want the reg belt online? You know, if you win the regular belt and you have the IBF, I think you can be automatically made to a super champion, so you'd become unified. I think so. I don't know. It all depends on what Santa Cruz does. Does Santa Cruz still want to fight? I don't know. Does Santa Cruz want to fight that way? I'm not sure. Guys, everyone in the live stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button, as Davey pointed out earlier, if you haven't hit the like button, smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. Smash that like button, guys. Okay, let's get on with this. Robinson has one of the greatest resumes of all time. That guy saying he fought bums does not know enough about Robinson. Educate yourself. Robinson, most people regard him as the greatest fighter of all time. You know, Robinson fought really good fighters. You need to go through his box rec. Canelo v Prime Pack at 147. It depends about what Canelo you're talking about. If you're talking about Canelo that was 22, 21, then yeah, I'd have to go Pacquiao in his prime. Pacquiao was beating guys up at that time, and he was a monster. Let's be honest. I'm not sure Canelo would have been able to beat that Pacquiao. You will have to watch that last spell, though, 9 p.m. for the info to be disclosed. Lol, just come off a convo with Roberto Diaz. You know, I know him. Yeah, Carl does know him, to be fair. 100%. I'll be tuning in. I watched. I love the Roberto Diaz interview with you guys. It was good. I'm back, mate. Had a quick was at the sink. I'll get quickly ready and pull some shorts, etc., and then try connect. It's my seek that awaits wins in distance, so I usually keep him on my headphones. Whenever you're ready, my friend. Pigeon Plop. Galahad round 9 stoppage v Lee Wood. What do you think? Styles make fights, says Carl. Zucan beats Galahad. Wow. What do you guys think? Do you think Zucan beats Kid Galahad, guys? What do you guys think? I will find a little pin and try clean all the little speaker hole bits. No worries, David. I think Galahad on points. Burning Desire. Galahad on points. Something tells me Pat Ugas will be like the Clotty fight. What? He battered Clotty. I can't just suck up to people. It's obvious Galahad wins the fight. There you go. Pigeon Plop. Carl. Pigeon Plop saying Galahad beats him. He beats Lee Wood. How does he? Why do you think he beats him, Pigeon Plop? Tony T says, Pacquiao said he wanted to fight Spence after this fight with Ugas. This actually came from Pacquiao's mouth. Don't do rumors when it comes to Pacquiao. Pacquiao said he wanted to fight Spence after this fight with Ugas. This actually came from Pacquiao's mouth. Don't do rumors when it comes to... Yeah, he did say that. He did come out of his mouth. Pacquiao did... No. Pacquiao's manager or his manager, Sean Gibbons, said that he wants to fight. Said it. So yeah, that is credible news. 100%. They do want to fight Spence, and they said that they could fight him at the end of the year. Burning Desire. Galahad could beat Santa Cruz to bit, saying he will put, but I give him 50% chance. Galahad could beat Santa Cruz. I don't know about that. Burning Desire. That's like Barry's not fought anybody at that kind of level, to be honest. You cannot unify titles with the WBA regular, only the super title. However, if you win a regular title and another world championship, sometimes they can elevate you to super champion. I don't know whether they will in this case, but who knows? Guys, smash the like button, guys. Everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's get those likes up. Let's smash the like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. Let's get those likes up. So, Brody Gon John says, tell that Errol runs away from Spence, that he is very lucky. He dodged Manny Pacquiao. He is very lucky. People aren't happy. They think that Errol Spence has ducked Manny Pacquiao. I think there is now evidence, medical evidence, that he didn't duck. He was genuinely injured. Hopefully that fight happens. So Flo Kick says, Pacquiao v Prime Duran. Oh, don't do this to me. That's a tough one. Man. Duran was a monster. What do you guys think? Man? I don't know. That's a 50-50. That's, Duran beat Sugar Ray Leonard, man. And Sugar Ray Leonard was a welterweight. Duran went up and fought Marvin Hagler and went 15 rounds with Marvin Hagler. Duran was a beast. Let's not forget who that guy got in the ring with. Let's not forget who that guy fought. Duran was a beast. Pigeon Plop says Navarrete beats them all. He's a legit champ at featherweight. Navarrete would rip Lee Wood to pieces last 3 rounds, KOs Santa Cruz in 7, and retires Galahad on the stool round 10. Carl, are you hearing this? Emmanuel Navarrete is... I'd have to agree, to be honest. I'm not saying that he would make these guys quit or whatever, but he definitely would. I would favor him to beat everyone. Emmanuel Navarrete is, as Pigeon Plot pointed out, he's fire. What do you think of Boots Ennis? Boots Ennis is the truth. Did you see his fight against Sergey Lipnets, the way he battered Sergey Lipnets? This guy, to be honest, I think Virgil Ortiz is a bit more accomplished. He fought better competition. However, Sergey Lipnets is a good fighter, and he took him apart. Let's be honest. Ennis took him apart. Ennis looks like Spence. Ennis is a problem. So Burning Desire says, Burning Desire disagrees with you, Carl. He says Zucan would lose to Galahad. What do you think, Carl? Why do you think Zucan beats Galahad? Because Burning Desire seems to think Zucan would lose to Galahad. Okay, so Fear the Mayhem says Emmanuel Navarrete beats everyone at 126. Easy. Yeah, Emmanuel Navarrete is he's a beast. That's all I can say. I wouldn't favor any of those guys against Emmanuel Navarrete. And even Carl, to be honest, to be fair to him, is saying that he's different gravy. You know, he is. Let's be real. You know, Emmanuel Navarrete is different gravy. Guys, everyone in the live stream, smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. All of you, smash the like button in the live stream. You'll need to prepare for when Yumer Martial enters the pro. He will take over for Pacquiao in the middleweight. Let's see. Let's see. To compare someone to Pacquiao, he must be good. We should all believe Suleiman. Boxing is not corrupt. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Crypto. I see what you're doing there, Crypto. You're saying that we should all... I see what you're doing there. Burning Desire, he beats Lee Wood using skills and has Dom on his side. He does have Dom on his side. Burning Desire, you seem like a bit of a Kid Galahad fan. You seem like you like Kid Galahad. Do you think he beat Josh Warrington in that fight? That was a terrible fight. I don't even want to talk about it. That was a horrible fight. Wilder v Fury not happening. I blame Fury's father for blocking this fight. Wilder v Fury not happening. I blame... Why would Fury's father block the fight? Why would he block the fight? Fury, come on. Fury fought him twice. His father didn't block the fight, did he? The fight will happen. The fight will happen. Trust me. Don't read what you read in the media at times. Fight will happen. Fury will fight him this time. Emmanuel Navarrete, the real deal. All the other pretenders. Ooh, he's the real deal. I wouldn't call them pretenders. They're all good fighters, but Emmanuel Navarrete is definitely the best of the bunch. Navarrete, Burning Desire says Navarrete beats Galahad. You know, Burning Desire hitting the nail on the head. He feels Navarrete beats Galahad. I'd have to agree. Galahad is the better boxer and fighter, in my opinion. Anyway, he won that Warrington fight, Pigeon Plop says. What do you guys think? Do you think Galahad beat Warrington? So Jimenez says, Pacquiao will never be the Philippine president. No way. He doesn't have enough education to handle all aspect problems of the country. Filipinos just love him as a boxer, but more than that, no way. Yeah, but you've got to realize they have a team. They have a team there. They have a huge team. You know, and they have a party, you know, and Pacquiao will have right-hand man. And let's not forget, Pacquiao, you know, he can speak well, and he's a great figurehead, you know. So I don't know enough about, you know, Filipino, you know, the Philippines politics to answer that question. You guys from the Philippines would know better. You know, I'm not in a position to give that opinion. But yeah, guys, smash the like button. Everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's get those likes up, 60 plus. Let's get those likes up to 60 plus. So Don Dada says, Santa Cruz is a monster at 126 and 130. Santa Cruz is a beast. You know, Santa Cruz, his output, work rate. I would love to see him fight Lee Wood. You know, let's see how good Lee Wood is fighting Santa Cruz. That's a tough fight for Lee Wood. You know, that would be a tough fight. I think Lee Wood is capable of beating everybody apart from Santa Cruz and Navarrete. I wouldn't favor him in those fights, but I do think the Galahad fight is a good fight. I do think the Galahad and Warrington, I think those are good fights. I think he beats Warrington. I think I would favor Lee Wood to beat Warrington. Galahad 50-50. Navarrete and Santa Cruz would be favorites against Lee Wood. Pigeon Plop says, people in boxing now are saying IBO is worth more than the WBA regular. And I kind of agree, sadly. Well, the WBA regular isn't a world title. It's like an interim belt. I don't know the regular belt. The super belt is the important thing. You know, the WBA regular belt, is that really a world title? That's like the IBO for me. That's like the IBO. So I don't know. I saw a clip. WBA gave the belt back to Pacquiao. Why isn't he the super champion? They gave him, yeah, but I don't know what that was all about, but they haven't. Ugas has got the super belt. Ugas has got the super belt. Gamo's in the house. Gamo, my man Gamo, how are you, brother? I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Navarrete is a beast. He is a beast. He is a beast. Navarrete is a monster. He's a monster, without question. He is a monster. Guys, everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get those likes up to 60 plus. Let's get those likes up to 60 plus. What's going on, Gamo? You well?
Yeah, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
Yeah,
I can hear you. What's going on?
Yeah, just tapping in live from LA. It's fight week, man. Manny Pacquiao about to show what he has. He's about to show you how he can adapt 2 weeks 2 weeks notice, just adjust to a whole new style. He's been preparing for a southpaw fighter. You know, he would have beat the shit out of Spence how he was preparing, and then now he can't even display that what he was working for. You know, so it's such a tragedy. That's why he still wants Spence. You know, he wants to prove that he can beat Spence. He's gonna go for the fight after, man. Possibly as president, but he's gonna beat Ugas. The thing is, Manny's gonna have a harder time with Ugas than Spence, because Spence is a easier fight. He fights more lineal in a straight line, steps back straight, not one dimensional. You know what I mean? But he's very fundamentally sound. This Ugas fight, man, it threw Manny off a little bit for like the first 2 days, and then he got back into sparring. You know what I mean? Shout out to Arnold and Abraham Lopez. I trained with Abraham Lopez. Now he was sparring man. He sparred Manny twice already. They did 4 rounds. He's an orthodox man. Manny's looking ready, man. It's regular to him to fight um orthodox fighters. You know what I mean? He's been fighting them his whole life. It just sucks that he can't display what he was about to show with Spence.
So who wins then? Bernard Hopkins, Ken. Hope you're well, brother. Ken, Bernard Hopkins says that Manny Pacquiao will knock Yordenis Ugas out in 5 rounds. Do you agree? Then Agamo, I'll come to you. What do you think, Ken?
Shit. It's a hard fight. I mean, it's not a hard fight, but I think I got Pacquiao by decision.
Pacquiao by decision.
Yeah, Manny by decision.
Gamo?
Yeah, because Ugas. See why I said he'll be a harder fight, because he's a counter puncher. He can box too, but Spence comes forward with aggression, and as the later rounds go by, he gets physical. You know what I mean? His strength moves up. Ugas is more of his output is low. You know what I mean? That's why I think Manny can outbox him. He has all the tools. He has better footwork. Ugas is a good counter puncher, though. Counter punching is what gives Manny problems. Well, you got to know how to fight in there. You got to study your fighter and see what their weaknesses are, what's their kryptonite. You know what I mean? So Floyd knew, man, just to box him like that. He just all about the win. He didn't give a fuck about how he looked. I just wanted to win. But this fight, man, if he doesn't get robbed, and if Ugas is not juiced to the gills, then I say Manny beats him, man. He could possibly stop him in like 9. Yeah, probably stop him in 9 or 10, man. KO or TKO, man. Manny's looking hungry. He wants to make a statement, man. Spence, yeah, man, unfortunate, but
What
yeah, he can't.
Gamo, I want to ask you a question. Gamo, Ugas defensively is not that sound. He's quite defensive. Like, I've seen his fight against Porter, and he was getting caught with a lot of big shots, right hands and big shots. If he's defensively not sound against Manny Pacquiao and is getting caught in with big flush shots, is this fight going the distance?
I mean, Manny is older, but man, how he's been looking great, man. I'm about to head to Vegas too. So everybody's already there, like the rest of the team and all of that. He's already settled in. But he's looking ready, man, prepared. It just sucks that he didn't have as much. He's not sparring anymore, really. And
Why's that?
He's fight week, man. He's got to rest, press, it's weigh-ins. He's been training heavy, man, the past 8 weeks. So, he can't really spar, and he's been training for Spence, and they only told him he's gonna fight Ugas on like 10 days notice. So,
Gamo, I've got to ask you 2 questions actually, and Ken, then I'm going to come straight to you. Gamo, you know what? What did you make of Casimero, Rigondeaux? Oh my goodness! And what did you make of Virgil Ortiz?
Yeah, man, poor decision by both of them. But Casimero, man, I was expecting more from him. I was expecting him to get Rigo out of there, man. The way Rigo was running, if he cut off the ring right, he could have did it. You know what I mean? But he just couldn't cut off the ring. His jab wasn't effective. You know what I mean? He was landing with some wild hooks, but that's why I say Donaire beats him, because Donaire is the better boxer, more fundamentally sound. But I mean, just from that fight, Casimero will get better, but he faced somebody with good defense. See, Rigondeaux is a fucking Olympian. He has the Olympic pedigree. They go through Olympic trials, so he has that pedigree. Former world champion. He beat Donaire in his prime.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he did.
So, but that was a prime Rigo too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, they were both in their prime, so that was a good prime for prime fight. Like who has Floyd? You could say beat in their prime, like in their prime, like that's what people say. Floyd is not TBE. But going back to this, I mean, Maidana was beat by Devin Alexander before, remember?
Yeah.
But yeah, Floyd, there was a lot of fighters he really dug. Satafora, Pernell Whitaker, it goes on. Brennan Forrest, it goes on. Margarito, Keith Thurman. It goes on, man. You can't be TBE. Manny's resume is way better. But going back to see the Ugas, now it's Ugas on his resume after the Keith Thurman win. If he could have retired after the Keith Thurman win already. But man, if he could have had Thurman and Spence as his last two wins, man, would have been great. But he'll probably stop Ugas in 10. If he doesn't get knocked out, I don't think he'll get knocked out, man. He has a hell of a chin. He's been sparring. He's been looking good in sparring. It's the only thing is that he's fighting on 10 days notice, man. Complete different style, and his body's been training to fight a certain way. So it might throw him off a little bit, and I mean, if you know what I mean. So if there's things that don't look so good, it might be that too, just because he's been getting in sparring for that style. You know what I mean? A southpaw. So it's like it's a person standing a whole different way. So.
Ken, just a quick question to you.
Yes.
What did you make of Virgil Ortiz?
Virgil Ortiz? Oh, then he's a beast, man. He's gonna be the next. He's gonna be the next stars at 147.
The thing with that, Imran, is everybody was saying that Virgil's ready for Bud, and I understand that. I understand that. Like, but when Bud beats him, he's not gonna get any credit. They're gonna say you beat a kid. He was too green. He was a kid. Like, you just beat up a kid. Like, you know what I mean? He's not gonna get any credit. Like, so that's the thing. You know what I mean?
What do you think of Virgil Ortiz, though, Gamo?
Yeah, he's a great fighter at 147. Him, Boots, which is a weight bully, but Connor Ben. There's dudes at 147. Xander Zayas coming up, that new generation. So, yeah, man. There's a lot of guys at 147 actually coming up. So I just think Virgil Ortiz needs to step his competition up. But if he fights Crawford will stop him, man. Just the way he got hit in like those first 2 rounds. Crawford is a technician. He will use tactical punching and TKO him probably in 10 rounds. But there's, you know what I mean? Crawford just has too much pedigree and experience right now. Virgil's a little too green. This is where Crawford can get him. Maybe if Virgil had like 2 more fights, then he'd be completely ready. But some people are just saying throw him in, and I agree with that. You know what I mean? We want to see these guys fight each other, but Crawford will get no credit, man. They'll say Bud fought a kid. He was way too green. Why aren't you fighting Spence or Thurman? Like, they'll give him they'll roast them for that win. They'll get no credit, bro.
Okay, Ken, what do you think about Virgil Ortiz v. Thurman? Who wins that?
Virgil Ortiz and Keith Thurman?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, right now, I still pick Thurman.
Yeah, it's 50-50 right now, man, because if Thurman's in activity.
50-50, man.
Just because Thurman lost to Manny doesn't mean that Thurman's done,
Mm-hmm. But do you think Thurman can handle that pressure, that size, that strength of Virgil? Virgil's a monster, man. He comes forward
Thurman
and
can punch too. Remember that.
Hey?
Just don't let Thurman let those big shots.
He can. But don't you think Virgil has shown? I don't know. Thurman looks a lot more vulnerable, though.
True, because he's off for like 2 years too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's too inactive, man. Remember, Virgil Ortiz is a hungry lion. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right now,
He's
I think the
23.
edge, in my opinion, I still favor Keith Thurman, but you know, Ortiz is going to be the favorite right now because he's more active.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little bit younger too. He's a
Mm-hmm.
healthy fighter.
Yeah, I'd have to
Yeah,
I'd
it's
have to agree with
50-50,
you,
man.
man. Gamma,
Favorite
what do
is
you think?
Ortiz. Virgil's going to be the favorite against Keith Thurman right now. But I still favor Thurman though, just because of the resume and the experience.
Yeah, that's a complete 50-50 matchup. Right. I wouldn't. That's a complete 50-50. That's what you call a complete 50-50 matchup because of Virgil's
Yeah.
youth and his momentum right now and the knockouts he has. You know, not going the distance. He's young, fresh. He's green. He's a hungry lion. Young buck, man. The same era as me. And then you got Thurman with the experience. You know what I mean? In his 30s, he got the
Like a
boxing
50-50
pedigree,
fight.
fighting the likes of Leonard Bundu. You know what I mean? He fought the Ghost Guerrero. He fought, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. He fought Manny Pacquiao. So he got the. He's a he's a good boxer, really good boxer. Weak to the body, you could say, if you get him right. But other than that, good boxer. Good footwork. But rookie mistake, get dropped by Pac, stepping back like that straight. You know what I mean? So. But that's a 50-50 fight, man. But I could see Virgil taking it. But I could see just Thurman, like, just getting him with one KO or just, like, hurting him bad, too, and just outboxing him. That's a 50-50 fight,
I
man.
want Thurman come back first before he fight Ortiz, you know. He's been off for 2 years. He really needs a tune-up. Fight somebody like Birdo.
Yeah, but remember when he fought
Nah,
Jose
Birdo's
Silva?
washed, man.
He
Birdo's
needs,
washed, man. Nobody want to see Birdo fight again, man. Birdo's washed.
or he can fight Kaviske, the mean machine.
Oh, that's a hard fight, man. That's
Yeah,
a hard
Kavaliauskas will beat him, man.
Hey?
Yeah, Kavaliauskas will beat Birdo. He'll beat Victor Ortiz and Robert Guerrero. These, you know what I mean? So he'll beat Adrian Granados, guys like this. You know what I mean? He could possibly beat Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? I think he fought like Formella, so dude got a good resume, but he comes forward, man. He got power. He did drop Bud, you know. So
Adam says Thurman v. Broner. What do you guys think?
Who?
Broner.
That's a boring fight, man. Maybe in like 2019. Fights like that, man. Like it's bad for boxing, man. Like you know what I mean? Like Thurman having a tune-up. Like nah, man. That's bad for boxing. You know, and then he'll be out for another year. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What do you think? Do you think Broner's washed?
Broner's washed, man. He blew that Pacquiao check in like under a year, man. I think he got like they gave him a $2 million advance, and then he just blew that like in like 3 months. Like I heard, like
not the same anymore.
Yeah, after that Maidana fight, fighters don't come back, man. They get like mental illness and like depression, and these dudes just have panic attacks. And then they hit like a midlife crisis. But you can't see Manny Pacquiao build different. Like after that knockout came back, you know what I mean. So things like that, man. Boxing, you gotta be there. You gotta you can't be weak mentally. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Garcia pulling out for mental illness. Nah, man.
I'll give Ryan Garcia props though. Ryan Garcia, I feel like I like Ryan Garcia. You know, he's a good fighter. Hopefully, he can come back and show. I like him. I like the energy. I like.
Yeah. Ryan's my man's, bro. Good fighter. He needs to. I mean, Eddie Reynoso is a great coach. He's just a little flat-footed right now. Leaves his head out. Needs more head movement.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He needs to feint a little bit more. Other than that, he has power, but he leaves his head out. He needs to, he needs to tuck in his chin more head movement.
Javante knocks him out though.
Javante knocks out Ryan Garcia. What do you think, Gamo?
See, Gervonta Davis is like a midget compared to Ryan Garcia. The reach Ryan has, but Tank has power. I give him that. But size-wise, dude, Tank is like 5'4", 5'5". This dude is small compared to Ryan. Ryan's like almost 5'11". Like so, just with the reach and the size, and Ryan's big, man. He walks around at like 155, cuts to 135. So Tank's a weight bully too, but man, I could see just Ryan outboxing him. But if Tank gets him, man, to the body or to the head, I mean, possibly, I think to the head, because Luke Campbell was a southpaw too, like Tank. I'm a southpaw too, that's how I fuck with them. Shout out Lomachenko. But if Luke Campbell dropped him, and Luke Campbell was never a world champion, he was just a title contender. Yeah, Olympic pedigree though, Olympic gold medalist.
Imagine Tank
But
touch Ryan Garcia, like what
yeah,
Campbell did.
if Tank touched, in the later rounds, it would have to be the later rounds, because Tank's not knocking out Ryan like that. His power carries through the fight, as we've seen in his previous fights. He's not gonna just knock him out in like the first 4 rounds. That'll probably be in the later rounds. But if he gets him flush like Tank did, like that, we'll see how his chin holds up. He might have a glass chin like Amir Khan.
Well,
But Ryan kind of reminds me. Yeah,
If
Ryan kind of
fights Tank,
reminds me of
keep talking. Just keep talking.
Jesse Vargas, like the style, the fighting style.
What do you think of Gary Antuanne Russell, Gamo? There's a lot of talk about Gary Antuanne Russell.
Yeah, he's good. I seen 2 of his fights. He's good, man. I think he trains with like Shakur Stevenson and them boys over there. Who else? Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. He's coming up.
People seem to think he beats everyone at 140 and 147. He's a monster.
I mean, nah, bro. He's not ready for like Josh Taylor. He's too green, bro. He's they're padding his record still, man. Like, how these dudes first
Don't
like
need
10, 15 fights beat. So kind of like Brandon Lee. That's my boy right there. Check out Brandon Lee. He's at 140, but they need to put him in with better competition right now. He's 22 years old. He's 5'10", fighting out of California too. He fights on Showtime. So yeah, man, he could possibly fight him. They're at 140, man. They're too green though, you know what I mean? Like these dudes possibly fight a Jose Ramirez. See, like Virgil Ortiz and Jose Ramirez, they train with RGBA, Robert Garcia, out of Oxnard right there. See, his fighters come forward, man. No head movement really, Mexican style. They'll come forward, take one to throw one. They'll eat your punches though. They'll just come forward, throw at you, even though you hit them. They'll just keep coming. You know what I mean? That's what you get out of Robert Garcia fighters, man. As you've seen with all his fighters. So,
I think Jose Ramirez should go back with Freddie Roach, man.
Yeah, Freddie's gonna retire after Manny's last fight, so they have one more fight left after this one, and then they're done.
Who's Freddie training? He's training Manny and who else?
Oh, you talking about Freddie Roach?
Yeah. Who's he training? I'm pretty sure he's got other fighters.
Shoot. I think he's training.
Yeah, he got other fighters.
That's what I mean. So is he gonna retire and those guys are gonna be left without trainers?
He's training somebody. I think Elvis Rodriguez.
Yeah, Elvis at a wild card. He's Mark Magsayo, but
Mark Magsayo, the Filipino fighter.
Yeah, it's my homie right there. But after that, he's just gonna hire people to work his gym. You know what I mean? He's too old to be training.
I think Marvin should be.
Yeah, Marvin Samodio. I mean, shout out Justin Fortune. He got his gym like pretty close by too. But yeah, Freddie's gonna retire, man. Him and Manny are the oldest active duo. Can you believe it? They're the oldest active duo. Bro, they're old, man. They've been in the game. Been in the game, man, since 2000. Like 2000. First fight, I think 2001, man. So been in the game, man. Yeah, dude.
Who's Manny gonna fight if he beats Ugas, Gamo?
Either Spence Crawford or Conor McGregor, if he just wants to let his body rest and not do elite fighting, but he'd still fight. You know what I mean? So probably either one of those 3, man. It's only those 3. There's nobody else. I really got word. Yeah.
I think Manny should retire after beating Ugas.
No, he wants to have his retirement fight in the Philippines.
Like, I still think he beat Arrow though. If he fight Arrows like this week, I still think he beat Arrow.
Do you reckon?
I still think he beat Arrow.
How did you see that fight going?
Arrow and Manny?
Yeah.
Damn, I think it's gonna be like a toss-up fight. I still think Manny's gonna schooled Errol Spence because the speed, the 4 is too much for Errol. You guys see the video where Errol's getting beat up in sparring? That's why he made an excuse about the eye. Yeah, come on. You got 10 days for the fight, right? And why are you going to back up the fight? You're not supposed to spar or anything anymore. You just have to, run.
Yeah, that was all on Al Heyman, man. That's a whole different story. But yeah, Errol would have lost. Pac would have stopped him in 10. The way he was looking for this camp, dropping his partners, yeah, Errol dug for sure. But whatever, with that eye injury, he's legit.
The fight, everybody would be clowning Manny right now and say, "Oh yeah, he's old, he's scared." Imagine it was Pacquiao.
Remember when they said Manny was ducking Keith Thurman? Remember that? 78 and all them, they were saying Manny was ducking Keith Thurman. And then remember when he beat him, they were still saying, oh, he's ducking Errol Spence. That's why he took the Keith Thurman fight. Remember?
They said that.
Remember when they were all saying
Crawford too?
Nah, remember when they were saying he was, yeah.
And then when Manny signed all those contracts, those fool doesn't want to fight Manny.
Who do you think? So what do you think, Manny? You said Manny will fight Conor McGregor, Spence. What about Crawford?
Yeah, those three. I said Crawford. It's gonna be one of those.
Did you say Crawford as well?
Yeah, either Crawford, Conor, or Spence, and it's gonna be where they held the Thriller in Manila right there.
Gamo, I've heard Manny say that this might be his last fight. What does he mean by that?
No, see, like he has to say it might be my last fight, or it might not be, one more or two. Because if he says this is my last fight, everybody's gonna fucking watch this. So he can't say that. You know what I mean? So he can't say it's gonna be my last fight. That's what he's being politically correct right there. That's how you gotta say it. It's gonna be, yeah. So you know what I mean? It's not. It could be, or it can. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's not his last fight, bro. Trust. I know it, bro. His last, everybody says his last fight was in like 2015, 16, bro.
Let's see how Manny performs against Ugas this Saturday.
He's gonna look great, man. I guarantee you that.
It looks great. I say fight Errol or Crawford before he retires.
But here's the thing, though, Gamo. Here's the thing, Gamo.
If he fights Errol and that's his next fight, Manny loses, bro. He's not. It's different if they fought now. Manny would fucking beat his ass. But you're giving Errol all this time to recover, watch more footy, train, get down to weight, maintain that weight so he could be at that weight longer. You know what I mean? So, dude, like right now he would fucking beat him, dude. Manny's gonna be too old. He's gonna take like 3 months off boxing after this fight, 4 months off, focus on his shit. You know what I mean? Work on the presidency. All his fucking other work there in the Philippines and shit. So Errol's gonna have all this time, dude. He's gonna be way too old. He's gonna beat him if they fight again.
33, right?
You know, if they fight next time, which is not now. Manny right now, the way he's in Super Saiyan mode, he can't maintain this mode forever. You know what I mean? He's gonna peak on the 21st. That's what we were planning for. His body, he was gonna peak on the 21st, man. Like, so it just sucks Spence can't be there.
Man, Errol made everybody. I thought
upset, man. Everyone's upset. You know what I mean? Everyone's disappointed. I wanted to see that fight, man.
Well, see, that's the thing. If they do fight and it's later this year or next year, Spence wins, man. Or it's got to be next year. Spence wins, bro. This is the way Manny's looking right now. He was meant to peak on the 21st, like his ability, everything, being a fucking professional elite, high caliber, everything, endurance, agility, speed, footwork, power, strength, physicality, bro, is all gonna be there. You know what I mean? He was ready to peak on the 21st, and he was a condition. The way he was looking, man, he's ready with it, mentally and physically, bro. He's conditioned. He's fucking ripped right now, man. Fucking ripped.
I've seen it, man. I've seen it. His picture
looking like Bruce Lee. He's in way better shape for this. He even said he's more conditioned for this fight than the Thurman fight. He already knows his body, man.
Yeah, he's in great shape, man.
This is what I think. I think they're gonna save Errol and Crawford. they're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's why Al Heyman.
They're not gonna make
think of
Manny
it.
beat Arrows, because if Arrow loses to Manny, nobody wants to see Spencer Crawford anymore.
Exactly.
But Gamo, what makes
bro.
you say? Gamo, what makes you
Exactly.
say that he
Al
loses?
Heyman don't want to risk that L because right now he knows how they were both looking, man, and they have matchmakers, $1 million
Yeah,
on the line. They got people in their
those two are
camps
the money
watching.
maker right now for the
Yeah, man.
welterweight.
So and PBC is losing money, man. So they can't. If Al Heyman like fucking got that first L to Spence, he only has Tank that's undefeated on PBC.
Yeah,
So,
Honey
dude, other than that, you know what I mean? He can't risk it. And then that fight with Bud is gone. And then, you know what I mean? So,
they're
I
already
mean,
fucking
dude,
already.
this is allegedly. You know, it's all whatever you could say conspiracy, but it's allegedly. But whatever, man. He's fighting Ugas. You'll still see Manny perform, man. Um, you'll see he'll beat Ugas, man. Unless
Yeah,
Ugas, because man, boxing is dirty, man. You can see the Nevada State Athletic Commission. They could let you juice if they wanted to, and then let your opponent be tested clean, just like how Marquez had to fight Floyd clean, but then he fought Manny all fucking juiced up. So you know what I mean? Like these commissions are dirty too. They have doctors that work for them that they pay, and they've been working with them for years. You know what I mean? These Jewish doctors, and they'll sign whatever. You can get anything from these doctors. You know what I mean?
y'all really
There's
think
money on
Marquez?
the line. So yeah, man.
Ken and
What's up,
Gamo. James Deere in the comment section says, I think Virgil or Crawford will stop this version of Manny. What do you guys think?
Fuck no. Nah.
Tough fight, man. That's like 60-40. No, I don't think the way Manny's looking right now. No, man. I think Manny would still beat him actually, and if he
I
did
got
fight him, that's
Whatever his
another
name.
generation. Yeah.
He's just a Manny hater.
What, James Deere?
Like Virgil Ortiz. I mean, I like Virgil Ortiz. Don't get me wrong, but he's not ready for no Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, or Errol Spence yet. Like Gamo said, Virgil is too flat-footed. He gets hit easy.
And
Imagine
you
Manny fights Virgil. It's gonna be like a Margarito with Manny.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
You're gonna see a lot of a combination, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, he'll swell up Virgil's eye, man. You know what I mean? And then because he comes at you, and it's a Robert Garcia fighter. Manny's fucking cleaned out Robert's fucking fighters, man. You know what I mean? He could never get that win over him, dude. They fought a couple of times.
Yeah, right,
So
right. Like to Robert
he fought
Garcia.
Floyd. He fought Floyd too. Those Maidana fights, man. He was training for Floyd heavy, trying to beat him, but that first fight, man, could have been a draw. You know what I mean? So
Floyd don't like our pressure. That's why.
yeah, Floyd ducked too many fighters, man. Like even at 130, 135, dude, Manny did greater things at 130. At 135, yeah, you could argue Floyd did better. I do say he did more.
135, Floyd Mayweather was a beast, man.
Yeah, he did better because Manny only had one fight at 135, and then he moved up, bro, because he moved up
more
older.
He knocked Tatton out at 140, didn't he? He only had one fight at 140. He knocked Tatton out.
He dug Costa Zoo.
Who?
That one.
Floyd.
Yeah, he dug Costa Zoo at 140. Bro, Floyd never wanted to fight fighters with good footwork. He only wanted to fight flat-footed fighters, bro. Like he never wanted to fight dudes that can move around, versatile. So that's why, like, yeah, he can't be. He's like top 20, but he's not in my top 10, bro. Like he can't be. He's not greater than Manny, bro, for sure.
People has their own opinion. You know, I'm a Pacquiao fan too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Pacquiao's my favorite fighter of all time. Because got to support my people too. You know, I'm not Filipino, but I'm Asian, so got to support my people.
Yeah, Pacquiao is the greatest Asian fighter ever, for sure, in boxing.
You will never fight an Asian fighter like Manny Pacquiao in 100 years.
Yeah, he's the greatest Asian boxer, yeah. I mean, other than that, Asian boxers, he's the greatest one for sure. Hands down. I mean, there's no other. There's a lot of great, you know, Black Americans, fighters, the different Puerto Ricans, the Argentinians. But yeah, man, Hey, Ken, are you Korean?
Marco James says you're contradicting yourself. Costa Zoo was a flat-footed fighter.
Who?
Costa Zoo. So Marco James says, I think did you say that, Gamma? Who said that? I think you said that, didn't you, Ken? That he was flat-footed. Well, Costa Zoo was flat-footed, says Marco James.
I think Floyd beats Costa Zoo at 140 though.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No, I think
Floyd's
Gamma
style,
said.
man,
Gamma
like,
said. Eh?
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
man,
get me wrong.
Floyd's
Costa Zoo,
style.
like I saw Costa, like I didn't saw Costa Zoo fight when I was watching boxing. I only watched his highlight when he fought Ricky Hatton. Yeah, but his style, compare him to Mayweather. I think Mayweather would just outbox him. Mayweather is just too slick, you know.
See,
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Manny and Mayweather, they came up like in the when they first started making noise was like 2000, like 2000s. You know what I mean?
You know
When
who
he
you know who
fought
passed the
Gotti.
torch to Manny and Floyd? I think De La Hoya passed the torch to both of them. After they
Yeah,
both,
because in the 90s, De La Hoya was already a star. In the 90s,
I'm talking about De La
remember?
Hoya made Oscar and then Pacquiao. After they beat De La Hoya, that's the time when Floyd and Manny became big name, you know.
Yeah, but Manny and Floyd were dominating boxing from like 2000 to like 2010, dude. Manny got fighter of the decade. So they were dominating boxing then. That whole decade, man.
That was
They've
the
been the
time when
best
different
standout
weight
fighters
classes.
the last 20 years.
But even at 130, like Floyd didn't really like fight any. But I mean, dude, you can break down these dudes' records, man. You know what I mean? Floyd ducked a lot of dudes, and then when he became Money May, he just cherry picked, man. You
Back
know, I just
like
don't like that.
2007, Floyd was a bigger name than Manny that time though.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was Manny's run when he beat David Diaz, and then fucking Oscar De La Hoya, and then he knocked out Ricky Hatton, and then he stops Cotto, and then that's when they were supposed to fight. He just couldn't believe it. Like, I'm up next. Like, fuck, Floyd was shook. You know what I mean? Like, after that run Manny was having, dude, that was 2009 going into 10,
Oh, a
dude.
fighter came
Like,
up a big weight class to destroy chop big trees up. That was the time Floyd thought
there's
he was
there's even videos of Floyd, like he can't believe this shit. Like, you got to go to Fight Hype. It's like videos from 10 years ago. He's like, no way. He couldn't believe it. Like, this dude's on. He was like, oh, this dude's on roids. How is he just stopping these dudes? Walking like he was like, this dude dropped Shane Mosley, and he was like, I can't drop Shane Mosley, and he
oh, that
was like, I was like, bro, this fool, bro. Before they fought, Floyd was different. Like, the way he talked about Manny and all of that shit. Like, dude, if you watch those videos, man, when it first started from like bro, like 2008, 9, you can, bro, in like those, you can even see Floyd in the Eric Morales Manny Pacquiao fight. He's fucking ringside. He was a fan of Manny Pacquiao until he moved up to 147.
Guys, I wanna ask you. Tiger Stripe said David Diaz was the worst champion at 135. Oscar at 147 was drained. Cotto down at 135 after he got beat by Margarito, and then he beat Hatton after he lost to Floyd. So Tiger
Bro,
Stripe basically.
Floyd was I was watching boxing then. Floyd ducked Margarito before he even knew he had fucking plaster in his gloves. Before that whole shit came out, he didn't want to fight dudes at 154 because he knew he was vulnerable at 154, bro. Vernon Forrest, these dudes at 154, man. You know what I mean, at the time. So, like, he even challenged himself at 154. You know, so I don't give him that. At 147, okay, you say Oscar was drained. You know, Oscar had more time to prepare for this fight. He had like over a whole year to prepare for Manny, compared to him when he just prepared for Floyd. Fucking coming off a
everybody
loss.
thought that Oscar's gonna be Manny, even though Drain or not. Remember that too. They said Pacquiao's too small.
And also, it's the way Manny beat those guys.
Look, after Floyd fought Oscar, he was coming off Mayorga, and then like,
I
he was
respect
already
Floyd
coming
a lot,
off
though.
a
He beat
camp.
the big Oscar De La Hoya though, the 154. They chose the ounce, everything though.
Floyd struggled. Floyd struggled with Oscar too, bro. Like, you could say, you
he
could
did
argue that
struggle.
Oscar won. You could argue Oscar won 6 rounds, bro. And then, bro, Manny stopped Oscar, bro. At 147, if you watch those weigh-ins, Oscar wasn't looking weight drained, bro. He's fucking shredded, bro, in shape. He was looking ready, bro. And if he was weight drained, why didn't Manny fucking KO him, bro? You know what I mean? So,
And Manny
yeah,
also fought. And Oscar also fought Steve Forbes at 147 before he fought Manny, right?
Yep.
yeah, he was, yeah.
He fought Steve Ford at 147. Yeah.
I only talk boxing. What's your thoughts, man? Give your opinions. You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you,
you hear
man.
me?
Yeah,
All
we
right,
can
sorry,
hear
I'm
you.
at
We can
work,
hear you.
bro. I was just trying to chime in a little bit.
No worries, man.
What's the question?
So
Bro,
anything,
Floyd.
man. We're talking about Virgil Ortiz. We're talking about Rigondeaux, Casimero. Talking about Pacquiao, Ugas. Whatever you want to talk about, bro.
All right, so Rigondeaux Casimero, that was the most boring fight ever. So I got nothing much to say about that one.
That was the
Ortiz,
worst fight.
I love Ortiz's jab, bro.
Yeah, who would
Ortiz's
ever
jab
watch
is
that fight,
crazy.
man?
Yeah, go on.
I don't like people saying he's not ready. When not, he wants to fight. Let them fight. No protecting these fighters, please. What else? Sorry about the wind, man. It's starting to rain over here.
Ugas Pacquiao.
I'd take Pacquiao, but I think it's going to be difficult because he was training Spence. So that's going to be a big factor in the fight. And let's see. What else?
What else, guys? What else? What other topics were we talking about? Virgil Ortiz against we're talking about Virgil against like Porter, Danny Garcia. How do you see those going?
With Porter, I don't know, man, because Porter makes every fight ugly for the fighters, you know. But I mean, if he can be patient with those, because he got countered with Kavalauskas a lot. If he can work on that, and I just think his jab is like one of the best power jabs in the sport right now. He knocked down Kavalauskas with a jab, bro, on the body. That was crazy. It reminds me a little bit of Sonny Liston's jab. But yeah, man. I think he can, if he can pace himself with Porter and use that jab. I think he can beat Porter. Crawford, I favor Crawford. Not by much, just on the Wiskus performance, but I still favor Crawford because he's a tactician. So I think he can pick Virgil apart. But then again, I can see Virgil, like I say, if he keeps using that jab right, goes to the body, he can upset the card. So I don't know, man.
What do you think, Little Penny?
Yeah, I agree that that fight with Casimero and or Rigondeaux as yeah, but Casimero pronounces as Rigondeaux. Yeah, that was really boring. Same as the Donaire Rigondeaux fight in 2013. That was boring as well. Like, yeah, I wouldn't. If I was a TV network, this would probably be the last time Rigo fights on TV. Like, because he's not worth it, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but Imran, can I just ask with Gamo, hey mate, you know, with Pacquiao, there was a rumor that one of Pacquiao's sparring partners was also sparring Ugas at the same time, and it actually made some headlines in the Philippines. I was wondering what his thoughts on that was.
Yeah, man, Maurice Victorious Lee, possibly might have been a mole, because he was sparring Pacquiao and Ugas. So, yeah, I actually know him, dude. I met him. He follows me. Yeah, man, that was kind of looking a little funny style. You know what I mean? Because he knows how Manny was looking. Like 4 weeks out to the fight, you know, he was looking good. They were getting in rounds. I think he did over at least over 10 rounds with him. They were doing. Yeah, he did over like at least 15, 20 rounds. Probably I'd say over 20, because Manny was sparring a lot already. Like 4 or 5 weeks out. But and then he was sparring Ugas for some reason, and this dude, is a southpaw too. Maurice victoriously signed to Floyd Mayweather TMT Promotions. So yeah, man, I don't. And then he knows how Manny's looking and everything, so he's just sparring both of these dudes, and it just looks funny. You know what I mean? It makes me want to lean towards a conspiracy theory or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Gamer, do you believe that the fight is a little bit fishy and PBC didn't want to give Fox that big pay-per-view deal because their contract is running out in October, and Fox aren't going to renew their contract, and said, no, we'll give that Pacquiao Spence to Showtime instead next year. Do you believe that?
Man,
Or
yeah, exactly. That's true. That's exactly what happened, bro. And then now that's why they're wet on Canelo's balls. Like they're desperate for that Canelo fight so they can make it up with that, because they're doing poor right now. They're struggling to get fights. PBC is losing money. They want to get their contract renewed. You know what I mean? Their network deal. So they were like, fuck it, let's get this free Pacquiao fight. Throw in Ugas, save the Spence L, and have bait Pac into another fight with Spence where we know he can beat him this time, so he'll be ready. He's not going to peak the same. And then let's get Canelo for the ender. Why they did that is so they can pay Pacquiao less money. That's why Canelo wanted what he wanted, because really, Pac is not going to get the same guaranteed purse. So this whole time he was training, thinking he was going to get this guarantee, and then they just switch it up on him. What if somebody's like, we're going to give you fucking 20 million, right? Right before the fucking 10 weeks before the fucking 10 days before the fight, we're like, no, sorry, we're actually going to only give you 1 million. And then you already had shit. You got to pay your team and sparring partners, all of this shit. And they're like, sorry, it's a replacement. You know what I mean? So it should be a shiesty like that. It'd be sketchy. But that's what people in the Philippines are conspiring, allegedly. But yeah, man, it looks fishy. There's a lot of things that don't add up. Spence hasn't posted like an X-ray or anything. Nevada State Athletic Commission, they're all dirty, man. WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, like boxing dirty, man. Because that's why I even say Ugas can be juiced to the fucking gills and just fight. A lot of these dudes were, you know what I mean. So
yeah, at least Pacquiao sent a photo or did a photo on his Instagram account when he had that surgery after the Mayweather fight.
There's legit documentation on that, articles by ESPN, LA Times. There's legit publications with hella like the same doctor that did Manny Pacquiao's shoulder surgery right after the Mayweather fight, Mayweather fight, is the same doctor that did Kobe Bryant's Achilles when you know what I mean, surgery.
Oh, okay.
The same exact doctor, man. And then when you watch fucking Blue Ball Sports TV, he's like, "What's up with Manny Pacquiao's shoulder? What's up with his proof?" I'm like, you know what I mean? And then when you bring it up in his channel, and he's like, "I don't need proof." These dudes are delusional, man. So you know what I mean? Like Manny did have a shoulder injury, and he got surgery, bro.
Yeah, at least Pacquiao, he had a photo of himself and his wife in a hospital bed, and his elbow was in a casket or like in a sling. Whereas
it was real. He actually that was a real surgery done by the same doctor and surgeon that did Kobe Bryant's Achilles surgery. That's facts. You could Google it. It's legit. So they wouldn't make that up. He did have a injury in his shoulder, but Spence hasn't came out with an X-ray, no doctor's report. You know what I mean? And then now Mauricio Suleiman, I guess he made a post like supporting Spence or some shit like that, and then everybody was saying, oh, he confirmed that it's real. I'm like, this dude's not a fucking doctor, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, this dude's a fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he runs a boxing organization, which is already fucked up with too many belts. You know what I mean? So they just take the shit, what I mean? Anybody can post a picture with a patch.
Gamo, man. 3 doctors confirmed that he had a injured eye socket. Like 3 doctors did confirm it.
The thing is, Spence didn't even know he had an eye injury. They had to tell him. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. And then 3 doctors, from the Nevada State Athletic Commission, which fucking has worked with Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean, for years, you know what I mean? So they know how it be. And Al Heyman. So, dude, like, it's Vegas, man. Nevada State Athletic Commission doctors, I'm sure they got a shitload of doctors. That you know what I mean? It's all business at the end of the day. So, I mean, if I do believe Spence has an injury, but you know what I mean? We got to go with what's out there. But I don't believe all of the headlines. But I respect him as a fighter. But other than that, man, so how did you need 3 doctors to tell you had a fucking injury? He was fine. He even came here to get that test. You know what I mean? Like, so it looked all fishy. And then in the Ring TV interview with Derek James, they were asking him about the sparring partners, and like he was all like, "No, I don't even know their names." Cutting it, and then they cut off the clip, and then it goes to like, "I don't know their names." Yeah, and then
where's Gamo gone? Disappeared. Ken disappeared as well. Guys, I'm gonna Frey 111 Imran let's keep the channel kid language. Yeah, I'm gonna try getting everyone to make sure not to swear from now on. Keep it channel friendly, kid friendly, as you would say. A free 1-1. Guys, only talk boxing. I'm gonna wrap up now, guys, and probably come on tomorrow. Wrap up and see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate everyone in the stream. Only talk boxing. You still here?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm gonna do a lot of live streams this week regarding Manny Pacquiao, and we're gonna chop it up. You know, see what's going on with this fight, because obviously it's a big fight, and hopefully we'll do maybe a live watch along. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys being in the live streams. I appreciate everyone in the chat. Smash the like button, guys, and I'll see everyone. I only talk boxing. Appreciate you, Gamo. Appreciate you coming on. Ken, appreciate you coming on. Little Penny, appreciate you coming on. I see you guys. I see you guys tomorrow, man. I see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Take care, everyone, and peace out. I'll see you soon, everyone.